shenanigans that we get to experience next year. So the fist bumps come on in. We are
hello.
ready to see the map veto
I'm just going to be right back for like 10 seconds.
Right,
oh, well, maybe not 10 seconds. For
like
like 2 minutes. Because I've got to... I've got to go and get myself at least like a glass of water or something. But I wanted to start the stream and make sure that it was working. So I'll be back in a sec. What maps have been banned? Dude, I can't even tell from these images. What did we get rid of? Abyss.
I am agreeing with it being interesting.
Ascent.
We were thinking it would be a corrode ban, if
yes.
any.
So
Ascent
it's
to me
corrode,
is so
sunset,
like bind,
lotus, haven.
Really
sick.
struggled on. Even though it was a close like overtime affair against any questions in that upper bracket semifinals that sent them to the lowers, it looked shaky. Some of their star players like Spirit Z1 were getting absolutely bodied, but clearly they have fears about that map and their own confidence on it. I am curious about Rare Atom pushing through the bind pick, guaranteeing it here instead of pushing it as a map 4 or map 5, floating it like they have historically in the best of 3s as an option that may not get played, but that does make it seem like they are prepared, they are ready to play it, and they're not scared of not having that material to anti-strat Dragon Ranger gaming on it against.
Yeah, Corrode is a very, very interesting map here too, because you know some of these maps we just haven't seen Rare Atom on, but we have seen them on Corrode. It was a very close win the last time around though, and they've second banned it twice, so to pick it here is certainly a bit of a question mark here for me. But they do get 2 of their top 3 maps of the Lotus and the Sunset in the pool, but those are also DRG's top 2 maps. So this is what we were saying earlier about these map pools for both of these squads. They match up so incredibly well. That's why this game should be as tight as we hope it is, because these teams have the exact same map pool. They've both been...
we got back before the pistol. We didn't even miss the pistol round. We're chilling. We're vibing.
They made it to champions.
Hello, how you doing? How you doing?
They've just got one more best of 5 where they failed to win out last time in
Rare Atom is known for not making it.
Win the grand final. That's the only way we see them next year. So jumping into...
Alright, so DRG don't get to play Abyss. That's actually good for DRG because their Abyss looked horrible yesterday. And they also don't get to play Ascent.
And on the other side we've got a Chamber from Satoshi. Those are the sort of agents that I've got my eye on.
Am I going crazy, or was that also the map that they
swap as well,
lost?
If I'm not mistaken. On
no,
the
I think
side
I'm
of
getting
Rare
mixed
Atom,
up. What did DRG lose yesterday?
Away from that double controller, Midnight's usually on the Viper, so playing the double initiator as well
Haven.
as the Fade
Yeah, they slammed on Abyss.
Peculiar to say the least, especially because it's double kind of scan info.
And then how good have they been on Corrode?
Flash follow-up. I think it is because they do have that really
They're
strong
3-1 on Corrode.
But I also think it's going to give them a lot of flexibility and more so like, okay, if one of them does fall early, then they still are going to kind of have that backup, that support. And I mentioned how Guran is a little bit of a fragment.
God, I mean, their Sunset doesn't actually look good, but it's mostly losses from 2024 recently. They've been popping on it.
They can lean into.
Whereas their Abyss that got banned. What was the other map that got banned? Ascent. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I will just say that I think Viper is
Let's get into
one of my
things.
favorite agents on this map. She's
Thank you,
very
Woofool.
strong,
Thank you.
Not seeing her here.
All right, let's have a look.
However,
DRG running the Gecko solo initiator Gecko Corrode. What in the fuck is going on there?
The headhunter from this chamber is just so deadly in pistol rounds. It's been perfect headshot.
That's a nice off angle. They didn't expect there to be 3 players defending B.
He's found the first, but still
very heavy B setup on the pistol round. They had a player close, they had a player with the holding paranoia, and they had a player baiting. So, like, you don't exactly know where the paranoia is going to come from, and you also don't expect the peek from the close left side as well. Nice defensive setup, predicting the B pistol. What patch is this? Old patch. 11.07 or whatever.
Looking forward to, right? Satoshi setting up G for success, whether it's on the duelist, whether it's on the chamber, you know, feigning out the presence here with the headhunter so that he can swing from this cheeky little corner. Either way, very, very clean side hold there over towards the B side, but it's a pistol. So it doesn't define it too much other than this really strong second round buy-up. The Outlaw for Satoshi, characteristic of a chamber.
All I'm begging is that you don't troll your economy, Bukashu. That's all I'm begging.
Challenge towards Satoshi, and I feel like that just means it's going to be farming zone unless the spy cam can force him off the angle.
The fact that Dizzy that
Rare Atom does have incredible scouting.
As well.
Genuinely.
Flexing means that not much
Just because they haven't made it into tier 1 does not mean that they're not
hot shots through the smoke
cooking as an org.
Away, but DRG have decided they don't want any of that B.
They're always so close. Hey, Lonely's number, how you doing?
Located the weaker side of the map here, A does have less presence and players, but Shay with this
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I
got hiccups already.
Done.
One sip of ginger beer.
Now 1 flash. TP still active for the time being.
Where the fuck is Shayo, by the way?
That weapon over.
Where is Shayo?
His also have Midnight to play
his team
has relinquished his hold mid
in the finals of Ascension.
Was able to rotate back over. Now it's just spray through the dark cover, try to anchor this side.
Who would you rather win?
Yard space. Paranoid to force the issue, but it's a spray down from Yard. Just
I think either is good, to be honest with you.
Get to elbow, and that's where G is able to shine, and the rest of the reinforcements that rotate.
If DRG don't win, it's a bit tragic, right? Because they did so well during the season. It makes the format look a bit of a joke, because you can make the grand finals, make champs, and still get relegated. But I think all of the I think all of the players would get picked up.
The fight's being taken dry. There's not much that DRG can do in that spot.
I think every one of the DRG players would end up getting picked up for another top-level team, so it's not like the players would miss out. Dude, Vakashu!
He's been having some of the strangest
I told you when he bought
I've ever seen.
I told you when he bought a sheriff in the previous round
that he no shield buys,
messed it up.
When it's working and that risk pays off, it looks incredible.
Spirit
but
especially.
When things start to fail, it does look a little bit silly.
Well, now Vakashu gets the rifle.
At the very least, he's now going to have a gun to pick up because Spirit C1 has fallen there as the opening pick.
Yeah, DRG is a very simplified side exit thus far. This round makes sense since you have the better weapons. Don't want to spread yourself thin and let this bonus piece you apart. And this time it feels like
well, you're never getting that dizzy back.
They're going to respect it. They're wary of this kind of link push out. Obviously, that's where we saw Guran and Nono come from in the previous round. For now, they're just kind of waiting for the entire team, including Satoshi.
Have they got a paranoia lineup through to here? Yeah, like if this honk got broken, I think they were going to paranoia down this line. Nice protocol from Rare Adam.
Out for Kashoot. There with a trade and flexing as well. Just locking
DRG
down
hit some
on the push towards the site.
Wow.
Important shots though.
DRG
stopping these connector players from actually scaling off the haunt.
Get through everything else in a flawless fashion.
I like that protocol though. Throw the honk, get ready with the paranoia if the honk gets broken.
2 to handle Yard and Link, 2 to handle that backside crane position, right? And his players
I'd be surprised if Vakashu didn't at least have offers from EMEA Pacific. Yeah.
You know, paranoia.
I think Vakashu
he's there over towards
is like
Link and just
if he didn't get picked up by a Chinese team, he absolutely would get snapped up by somebody else.
Very, very well done.
He's a weird player, don't get me wrong. He's a weird player, but he's super skilled. And at this point, very experienced.
You lose one spear, you sharpen the other.
Yeah, this is where...
So now, Op Odin.
really shines, particularly on the attacking side.
Odin spam down mid, trying to stop you attempting to scale. Op on a really good line here over towards A. They've taken B main control early on, but they can stack 3 players over here. They have this TP as well in case the Yoru wanted to walk mid.
Not looking like they're in the worst position. Spirit has dimensional drift.
So they're setting up for a bit of a B split here.
He's just going in.
Wow, nice follow up on the Dizzy.
Goran
gets 1 though. How many can Goran get?
Been able to take things down. Ackerman as well falling to Nono. It's isolated.
All right, Nick takes down Goran, and now Nono is getting pressured, so has to back up. Flank, 2 on the flank, held back by the trip. Okay, Vakashu knows that it's been broken, so now the Omen's looking.
They had Satoshi in the op towards A. They look like they were playing retake on B, and then the 2 players refought in from top mid. Now with the trip destroyed, they know that these presence is coming from main. Do they know it's 2?
Nice, good coverage.
Doesn't matter. Flexing can handle both. The second one about to swing, but
good coverage from Flexing. Well played.
Find all of them. The remaining forces on site easily take care of the loose and Nono, who we saw disengage.
How do you get a job in this economy? I'm so broke and nobody will hire me.
Fairly nice, even with the contact engagements that
I don't know.
The DRG are taking in Spirits.
I don't know. Thankfully, I already have one.
Yeah, this from
so I don't. I haven't been looking.
Quite on the same page, and they're
I don't know.
that fight dry as well. It means that Flexin, despite the low health, has the perfect.
My sister got a job as a teaching assistant.
You're on land now. You don't
and she loves that.
Peak's advantage like we might have seen earlier on in the season. Obviously, all of Ascension has been played on LAN, but Still a couple things to iron out for Rare Atom, and the coach is not particularly happy.
My other sister's been job hopping around, but she does have a degree in law, so
we were saying that the Rare Atom
I think it would be pretty bad if she
than
couldn't
you'd
find
expect, and here, after just 4 rounds, we see the first one coming through.
Isn't voting reform the answer? No, that's not the answer.
Like, I think you've got some issues to iron out. You want to get as many rounds here as possible.
Also, I don't know how that would help Snowpoint, because Snowpoint does not live in the United Kingdom, about as far away as you could.
If that round demonstrated anything,
can we please stop using the J word? Yeah, sorry.
A little bit disconnected, right? It feels like
apologies.
Supporting each other
I should be more
sensitive. Right? For example, Ji was kind of caught off guard alone. There was some, I think, coordination between Guren and Nono, but again, that box is
Good morning, Shire. Good morning. Do you want to hop in a call?
We still saw Akman able to isolate it and get that struggle back in the favor of DRG. So I think that's something that they're going to be riding them on, is how these actual site holds are conducted. Otherwise, I think the rotations, the ideas have been on point to that regard. I think they're doing a good job not giving early engagements over to DRG, because that's what they look for with this kind of solo initiator being not as strong
this
as
player has a Bucky
kick, but
in B main.
They see these early starts with really early util. And this is why we saw the eco
attack op coming out from Vakashu.
5th run operator online, and they're trying to bait him to fight them into it so that Flexing can clean up the rest.
Still got to be a bit worried about this Bucky, but they're not going into him anymore here.
There, but Midnight just
give me 20ish just to Eden. Yeah, no worries, no worries.
So my eyes are on the Bucky here of No, but DRG just not looking to pressure into that B angle and approach, and that means the Bucky is
what's up, card map?
Useless here. You're not going to want it for any kind of long-range engagements, and Satoshi has the headhunter. This could be the chance and opportunity. He's been spotted though.
He's still hidden. He's still hidden. Satoshi's been good for it whenever they've come in his direction.
Away, and he gets out with his life. 40 seconds still on the clock. DRG have plenty of time.
He has been good for it.
But the headhunter,
and now he's got the ult online.
Ultimate online.
Bro, I don't know if you want to be going to A. I kind of think you want to be running through mid to B right now. Okay, they are very carefully leaving, so that they're all holding together, and now it's on No. I think you kind of have to try to pick one off. Yep, he got one. He got one. That's as good as you can get. And 6 HP on Spirit. Satoshi has been a nightmare for DRG this round. It's still winnable for DRG, but Rare have done as well as they could have.
And Satoshi still hasn't been able to pick up an upgrade. He's only got.
Am I rooting for anyone here? Not really. I think both teams winning is fine.
This one is close as they creep in through from tracks, and
I think Rare Adam winning
coming on out to
would mean
spams on through. That's information given over.
A more interesting scenario where there's so many DRG players on the open market.
There's the thrash. No, it's caught by the Titane. Nick is able to save
nice play. Have your 6 HP player push forwards and take a bit of contact.
If they hadn't been managing
and distract for the thrash.
The thrash did not come online when it did. This round would have gone a very different.
This is the old patch, Nick.
Towards a Rare Adam Thrifty. I mean, when are we going to learn?
So yeah, I think
clearly not after the first kill.
I think having Rare Atom ascend would be very interesting, but I think it would feel more fair, I suppose, if DRG, as the second best team in China this stage, were able to win Ascension.
Gets the upgrade and plays the 2v2, but again, nicely done there. Spirits Z1.
Yeah, Satoshi's very good.
Finisher, and they keep things in the lead, deny the momentum of the timeout. But now, once again, you've located Satoshi.
I think literally every player on DRG would get picked up.
Yeah,
Vakashu might end up not being in China, but like literally every player would get picked up by some team.
The smoke drops, and he's caught in the sight. Spiritsy one in. Vakashu as well.
Big kill by Vakashu.
He's been dealt with. Guran, though, with this Odin. He's taken down Flexin and taken down Wingman as well. The spike now in the middle of the site, but Spiritsy one fighting, continuing to stay alive. And Jay, last player here, 1-on-3. He's turned it into a 1-on-2 immediately. Taps on the spike. Clone coming on through as well. Fake side.
Why on earth has he done that?
Now it's alone, and now it's in the hands of Jay. A 1 versus
1. Why has he wandered?
Again, and he clutches up again.
Well played, Nick. Well played. Your team played that perfectly. Your team played that perfectly. I can understand Vakashu not sticking the plant because he's worried that he's being pushed. But
like unfortunate timings
walking forwards there instead of walking backwards to play with Nick is crazy behavior.
As well from Spirit Z1 there. They just could not keep wraps on his timings, and the rest of the team played off of it perfectly.
Make a CIS super team. You actually could make a nasty, nasty good team. Even though there's some
slight mistakes, they keep wraps on most. They
Rare Adam back down onto another eco.
Going for a little bit of pace change. You're getting a little bit more aggressive this time
Satoshi,
around.
the player who nearly won it for him last time, very inserted. And B is not really weak. It might look it, but even if Satoshi gets pushed back, it's...
Satoshi again, this time he's being cleared with the U-cell.
He's got 3 players there pretty quickly.
Yeah.
What's the player base for CIS players for Valorant? Like really low, actually. Like genuinely, there are not that many CIS players that play, but they are very good.
Heading towards the A site, and it's just midnight over here. This is the correct read.
Little gamble stat.
Do I ever think they have comm issues? Yeah, I mean, I think every team has comm issues. It's just more likely when you have a bit of a language barrier too. I think Vokashu started to understand a lot of like Chinese Valorant terminology though.
The trap play does devolve, but
it sounded like he was learning quite a lot. What is CIS?
But they didn't have any information on it, so I don't quite know
what does it stand for? Commonwealth of Independent States or something? It basically just means like Russia and Eastern Europe.
The broth here, Zobi, as well. The mosh pit in towards the corner. Yeah, Jay is dead, but Satoshi has been able to take down Spirit Z1, the reveal, and the headhunter. Coming in time, and Flexin has this ultimate. He can just EP over, but even still, time ticking low. He will be able to survive.
Okay,
Midnight.
And Vokashu holding that off means there's no pressure on the plan.
Over is caught, and this one, DRG, they just keep a lid on things where it looked potentially a bit dangerous. So she's still throwing a little bit of peril into the mix here.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't include the whole of Eastern Europe, but I'm trying to keep it simple for people.
The closer, and it is with 2. Vukashu gets them both and 3 in the round.
Yeah. Now that we got to see how the A plant panned out from the shadows, the play makes so much more sense here, right? We're like, they don't have enough information, it feels like, to commit fully to this B site. Well, that was never the intention. It was to simultaneously commit to both, see which one was the gamble stack site.
Rare Atom have, I think, been hitting some nice shots, but they need to be winning some rifle rounds, because they keep losing rifle rounds by really close margins, and then, you know, there's an eco round afterwards that is leading them to being on a big streak here.
The stragglers and keep things strong, keep things on to 5.
They have Yoruel to contend with here too.
Another buy, ults online that they're
here comes Yoruel. Oh, it didn't see Satoshi. That's a ridiculous play to go for. And Kuran tries to run through afterwards. 2 players just trying to find a timing through a smoke in mid.
And Midnight, that's a risky fight to take, but even while jumping, has been able to take things down. Now 3 versus 3.
It is winnable still for Rare Adam though. Now that Vukashu's been cleaned up in mid.
We've seen high action here. Now Flexin is creeping through from main. The paranoia though is perfect. Nick on the yard. Finds a double. Now Midnight's left in a 1.
Some of these swings are just too obvious for DRG. Nick is cleaning people up who are on those aggro swings.
Here, 5 in a row, and DRG looking to make it 6.
A very bloody mid-fight there. Stops the A split, but ultimately, Nick, that...
I don't think Sayonara, like, Romania is not a CIS country.
Right? Especially because Spirits 1 had TP'd into elbow.
Oh, is he Moldovan?
Too much to do to help the team.
Me getting caught by... Do they have similar flags or something?
Yeah, unless Nick hits that shot, and I'm surprised. I feel like he's not the one to be standing up on stage, you know, celebrating to this degree. It's usually your dyed hair duo over there, but that just shows the confidence this team has right now coming into the grands, even with I don't
think that's a great swing by Guran, but Vukashu still reacts pretty quickly after throwing his cage.
The danger of picking this corrode, and actually the danger of being...
Who would I have? I think obviously you have Nats, right?
Just this entire matchup. The map pool's so
I'm taking
but
something
we have to
over
remember that
Raga.
This is DRG attacking on Abyss, and so far in Ascension, we've
I'm
seen
definitely taking
50
Chron.
rounds on this map. If
For sure, I'm taking Chronicle.
But 60% of those have been won by the attack. So there is a very clear trend there of the attack being.
I think I'm probably taking
They
Sugetsu.
go into the half with a 10-2. That's still fairly cooked, but it's not like this is the end of the world. We need to see them get
maybe
a couple more,
Trex,
an 8-4, maybe a 7-5
Sugetsu?
if they're lucky.
Am I forgetting
And they can still
people
have
who
a
are better
really
than
good
these
showing in the
5?
second half and
Because that
potentially
looks
even take
pretty
the snap. So
insane
it's
to
not
me.
completely bad
Oh,
news, but after
Cloud
another 4
over
rounds, the problem's
Trex.
not being fixed. The coaches call that second timeout. And this one needs to find value.
I mean,
Needs to find
either, to
success,
be
because
honest.
they've
I
used up
don't
both
have a
of them in
preference.
Just the first half.
I think if you have Nats already
Great
calling,
time
you
to
don't
discuss as
necessarily
well. You
need
mentioned,
Cloud,
alright,
but
Kuro
it's not
just
like
in
Trex has
generality
been
right
playing
now is
better than
taxing.
Cloud
But
recently,
also,
so
they
I
made a
think
huge
both are
composition shift to double
very
defeated
strong.
that incrementally weakened the defense. You think about that
Yeah.
toxic
But
screen, you
that's-
think about that poison orb that's so good as a pseudo sentinel side anchor, and that is just nowhere. And we're seeing that the inability to just bunker down against a gecko pick, against
Shao?
a duelist pick, and that's exactly what we're
I
seeing
don't
this team lean
think
into once
Shao
again.
has been
The
playing
early
better
APOC
than
just trying to overwhelm
Sugetsu
this utility,
in the
and it looks like
entirety of
where
last
Adam
year,
is
but
okay
Shao
with
did
that.
have a
A
great
big
end
switch
to
up
the
here, looking
season.
like they wanted to commit more
Like,
heavily to the
the
mid
very
fight.
end
It's
of
where they
it.
got an early advantage. If you remember,
DOS
in
9?
the last round,
DOS 9 is from
probably developed into a
Kazakhstan. Is that,
multiplayer but no, it's the master rotation back to reinforce.
I don't know
Midnight
enough
here.
about Kazakhstan.
Clear off the haunt. Again, DRG is just so good at trying
Does
to
he
get these
speak
players to
Russian?
overcommit players.
Do they have
utility, and then just dip?
that level of like
Smoke committed
shared
towards
identity,
mid
the
as well. I
countries?
thought potentially
Kazakhstan
they
is
would
CIS? Okay, okay.
stay as an insert in that cubby where you can see the attack.
Then yeah,
DRG
I
pinging
think
it
I
on
agree
the
that
map.
DOS 9 has
They're
been
aware
playing
of
better
this.
than
Instead,
Sugetsu. I
he's
don't know whether he
rejoined the team on
would
B and Midnight. The exploration out of B main.
over a long period of time, but
taken down by Ackerman.
yeah,
but
I'd be down.
just an insert. He is just a thorn in the side, but only seeing that one player, I guess, still raising suspicions as DRG looking to creep their way up mid.
Satoshi here, the only A-side threat.
DOS
We're
9
not
himself
looking-
speaks
Missed call
Kazakh
here.
and
Ooh,
English. I
nice
don't know if he also
paranoia.
knows Russian.
The counter
Okay.
keeps them at bay. Achman falls so
So
low main as
maybe
well.
not DOS 9,
This
but
might be the backpedal call.
I'm open to it.
Maybe the idea to fight into spawn comes through for Vukashu. I don't know how I feel about the splintering, but this is where these heroic individual players like Spirit Z1
They're
are able to
fighting into
show
Satoshi.
up. But yeah, look at the time.
Ooh. It's
They
so
got
low,
so
but
lucky.
DRG are
they
kind of
do
running
have
away
the
with this,
time. If Satoshi's
unfortunately.
able to come up big there, then potentially a different story in this
Oh, they're
round.
cooking
But
him.
as it
Oh, they're
is,
cooking him. Oh, they are
DRG
cooking him.
Continuing to just pile on the pressure here on Corrode. This is the way that this series
That
is
roster would come in
starting.
English, no?
You'd think after
I don't know.
Atom, they ban 2 maps, pick one.
I don't see
This
why it
should
would, but
be
maybe.
their best map here, but Toshi caught in that corner and things continuing to go the way of DRG, who, to be fair, did pick to start on the attack, and you can very much see why.
I did watch TSM versus
That
Stella.
round, though, very scrappy success for Dragon Ranger Gaming, but
I fell asleep
gotta
during
tell
map
you,
3
there's
though when I
sometimes
realized
the
it was a
worst map out
roll.
of the way. And that could be what this was for Adam. We thought this would be the ban over Bind. But time being, like mentioned, backside's still to come. A few more rounds here, another bide to maybe kickstart the system. They're learning though, right? Don't underestimate Satoshi.
Oh, there goes Midnight.
Caught in
They've taken the
crosshairs
whole
the
of
escape
mid control
Satoshi.
again.
Finally, a successful ace.
They
that goes
can't.
uncontested.
Rare Adam can't figure out how to
Really
contest this
Gecko of all
smoke.
players.
It's
Be
giving
careful
them
mid-hold.
so many problems.
That's fairly unreasonable there from Vikashi.
And
Just
there
go through
go-
the cyber cage, don't worry
There goes the
about it.
mid player, and now they
And the
make a
player
really
being
nice call
found
to go
in
back
mid,
into
they're
B.
calling a rotation.
Really good from Nick.
Oh, nice.
DRG
Again.
are so in control of this.
Every
You get
time
the
they-
you get the
every
player
time they-
mid, and you can just leave.
What was my
every time they
opinion
go
of the
rotates,
Americas
you
games
lose immediately.
yesterday?
Okay, who are we having lurk? Who are we having to cut off the rotations, right? Last round
Hard
it was
to
Spirit
think
Z1, right?
that
You also had Vukashu
North
and Spawn
America
as that
is not
second layer of
just
defense
running
as
away
Spirit
with
Z1 fell.
things.
This
Yeah.
round you had Vukashu left bottom mid. And at this point, when you're about to give DRG an 8th, and you're going to be worried about losing more, they call for the save. So now it converts from, okay, Vukashu clean up the rotates that may go for the 2v4, clutch when Achman and Nick are low HP. Now go on the hunt. Try to stop these players from saving their rifles, saving that operator.
It's a bit unfortunate because last year, the insane run that 2G
Find
went
the kill
on,
onto Vikashi, but
I think might have distracted us from the fact that
how much money
Bren is 100% correct in that the tier 2 regions that aren't able to scrim against the tier 1 teams are going to be at a massive disadvantage.
In this situation, they've even been able to take a rifle out of the hands as well. Despite everybody falling, DRG should be good for probably the rest of the
2G is not going to be there for next year in tier 1. They got full relegated.
Players into the Lion's Den to try and just do as much damage as possible. And
I have no idea whether Winthrop is allowed to be in. I mean, I think Winthrop would be allowed.
Yeah, I think the first kill gave from the shadows to Noto, but after that...
But I don't know if they would want to. Like, I don't know if the university would be down to pay people tier 1 salaries.
Satoshi, they're actually going to run the double op here with the tour de force.
And move their students to LA and that kind of stuff, you know?
Location and just fully entrusting it to him, at least for off the ripcord. Waiting for then the top mid players to rotate back over here. They react off the Prowler, but no contact made. This is just DRG's default, right? They start B main, they flush out you to like these Prowlers, and you're not getting that back. And in the meantime, they just wait for a mistake elsewhere on the map for players like Vukashi.
Oh, they do remote classes anyway?
We're at him. Looking like they have other plans. A little forward drone, benefit of the double initiator. You can be a little bit more forward with this recon.
I don't know whether they have too many imports or what. I don't know. I don't know enough about the players and whether they have like residency in the US.
Been able to dodge that blind, but Midnight is isolated alone here on the site.
Oh my god, that horn should have been giga value.
Brilliant reveal and a second kill through the wall. The Guardian doing work and Wingman's been taken down. Now the Spike is stranded here in the site.
Come on, Rare Adam.
Midnight still standing in this spot as well. Satoshi from elbow. DRG are in trouble here.
Oh, you don't need to push that. That's so risky.
To try and do this. Midnight's been spotted by the spy cameras, flexing, creeping round the corner.
No need for Midnight to be that pushed up, man.
Find the control here for DRG. They've got the spike. It's in their clutches, in their hands. But
just surround them and wait for DRG to get antsy.
And they do. Vukashi gets that in the ground, and now the onus on Rare Atom. They have to retake, and Satoshi.
They have to retake with 2 ops.
Still only really has his tour de force up close and personal. Nick, he's gonna get dropped.
Can see what Nick was going for, but
so far,
thought there was a bigger cooldown, presumably.
And Vukashi makes it 9, looking even potentially still for.
I mean, this just comes down to spam, I think.
Dark cover. Basing around it, no, with the tap, Shay falling, flexing, makes it 3, makes it 4, and 9 for DRG.
Oh, what a horrible mistake.
And they're even shocked.
Oh no, he's got his util in his hands, and then he pulled out his knife.
Underestimating these clutch moments. I mean, he had the audacity to, I think it was a little shrouded step into Cubby there, stays there,
That's not
plays
good.
around the site dark cover to find kills like that onto Midnight. And even then, it was just this in and out around the smoke, and it's so unfortunate that no one gets caught in that fashion, but wow, what a round to just
that's not fun.
In this half. Now knocking on the door of double digits and
oh, nice. There's someone there for post-match press conference. That's sick. That's really cool.
Plan that we're at a may throw towards B main to counter your default.
Nick can just pick up the Dizzy again. He's got a flash in like 10 seconds.
No did a no-no.
Yeah, kind of fast hit too.
They did.
But instead, the
dude, if Rare Adam loses another grand finals, at least this one will be the most
on the door even still.
Understandable.
Drift used from Jay to find some
but this org must be losing their fucking minds.
Just teleporting in.
Kill that little guy. Kill that little guy.
Straight into the arms.
Hello, don't let them plant.
Okay,
I guess it doesn't matter that much, but why would you let them anyway?
A third on the board with that defuse coming in. But is it too little, too late?
We'll have to see.
All of the students are full-time and on campus in person. All right, so they're not remote.
A little bit more. It seems like they finally realized, like, hey, we can
for Winthrop.
Not a spike plant, but deny the site still simultaneously when all they're worried is about.
The school spent no additional money on the players beside the scholarships we provided to the players and staff. In terms of what happens if we win, the team is a free agent team and will be picked up by an org that meets the requirements for the slot. I see. So yeah, Winthrop University are not going to actually ascend as an org, but the players would. That also means though that they would be. Actually, I don't think they would be one of the highest paid orgs because it would only be for 1 year.
Spirit, that teleport in that's something that
they'd
we
still
saw
be getting
quite a bit
paid
of on Abyss yesterday, when you could tell that DRG really were struggling on these maps. You saw that kind of thing happen a lot, where Spirit teleports in, but he didn't have the utility to set him up or the players behind him to back him up in that situation.
The guard looking out. Yeah.
To die, as we can see.
Oh, hello.
Snowman there supporting
There's Snowman.
Rare Atom.
What's up?
Third time lucky, potentially. Indeed.
I mean, he was on their team.
He was on their team.
This is where he got his start. I think he was co-streaming even some of the early playoff games, so he definitely is making his support known. I actually got to talk
that's
with
cool.
him during Champs Paris. Insane run.
Yeah, an incredible run in XLG. Obviously, their performance at Champs means that DRG are the team in this spot and in this position, but a 9-3 half, they're still looking good.
Mr. 3K.
1-0.
And to circle back to that question,
If an org buys the team, do they have to keep the whole roster or cut everyone? It's up to them.
And circling back
it's
to
up
the
to them.
initiator pick, I'm trying to get in the head, you know, of Mickey here, just trying to think about it. I think one is that, like, usually the initiator utility is like telltale signs.
I think the players
here, that's not going to be the case. Maybe they're trying to buy into Dragon Range over rotating a touch.
It would behoove them to stick together.
Really strong then info on both sides of the map. So I'm expecting to see maybe instead
but
of a no-no,
they definitely can make roster changes.
Lurk, perhaps. I think Midnight can really thrive in that position, considering he's been kind of having a hard time.
I mean,
he was kind of gonna go
you should try to negotiate yourselves a guaranteed
this,
contract.
Like, Stark Viper anchor, right? And switching on to this role on this map, definitely a learning curve. But
very important.
Not letting off the gas.
Could an org pick up all the players that ascend and immediately cut them? If the players themselves did not negotiate a guaranteed contract, yes. Obviously, if you have a guaranteed contract, i.e. your salary must be paid out even if you get cut, then why the fuck are they going to cut you? Like, unless you're actually shit, they're not going to cut you because it will cost them so much money.
This is Satoshi with a headhunter in his hands. You know the amount of damage that he's going to be able to do. DRG still with a lack of information, but with a Dizzy spotting no one in B main. Nick and Vukashu starting to
very cautious pistol round here after they got the first pick. They're expecting this mid refight. DRG might just be.
This next upcoming mid fight is going to be massive, and there's a Dizzy with the flash.
Vukashu tried to overforce that.
In response, and Satoshi still finding the kills.
Good patience from Rare Atom. They knew the DRG were going to walk down mid against them there.
Nick is the only one left alive. He's been able to find one, but still 3 in his way.
I'm a lower class citizen.
Spotted there by the recon.
Are you an affiliate? Not a partner, Shire?
Down. So double pistol here on Corrode for Rare Atom. They've only got a total of 4.
Any org that tried to cut everyone would probably be put in the brazen bull by the community. Well, I mean, that's kind of what Gentlemates did. They didn't immediately cut everyone, but they did cut people.
It just happened to be that's when the reclear, the refight attempt was coming out off probably the Dizzy retiming right after.
But when the guard ascended,
this is something they've done just a really
they got rid of Tex, right?
Even in the uppers up against Any Questions, who's a team
and
that
signed Leaf.
I think it was Rigor.
And then got rid of Net and signed Icy. So even in their first year,
and it's again something that
the guard made changes.
And even this round, right? Nico, looks like DRG is looking to run it back.
Tex left, as far as I know.
Work of this, whether it's win or
no
not,
shot.
On the rifle buy.
There's no shot.
See if it works this time around, but again, already set up to
your team ascends to tier 1 and you decide to leave?
Thank you for watch party.
Surely not.
Oh, they spotted him.
Do you mean he already had the offer from Leviathan?
Flexen should be worried here. But
if he already had the offer from Lev, I could understand. Like, he decided to go to a different team.
Deciding where they want to go, and DRG are guessing B. They've all 5 stacking over on this side, but Rare Atom look more set up for that kind of A look.
I'd be surprised.
That's where they're heading towards now. The train of 4 and so many bings on the site.
Has anyone got a source for this kind of stuff as well, or is this just like people saying shit?
Correctly been weighted on the scales. Maybe the deserted site. And this is where Dragon Ranger Gaming.
Joining a tier 1 team just takes a salary away from tier 2. I don't know why Riot keeps taking money away from the tier 2 scene by letting players ascend.
Off the Gouda and a little bit safer, maybe
so true. So fucking true.
Okay, hey, Midnight's on an island. Let's send a life.
Why does Riot hate the tier 2 scene by always taking the best teams out of it into tier 1? That's fucked up.
Paranoia, you're gonna have so much here as soon as contact made.
Oh, but it's a little bit whiffy, and Guran.
He said in the Lev interview that he wanted to prove G2 wrong. He also said in the interview with Pedro that he was dropped by G2. That's what I thought. I did not think that Tex left. I thought he'd said that in interviews that G2...
Oh god, it's Satoshi.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man.
Spots, but the paranoia is clean. It just takes him down. DRG.
Oh my god, they had time.
Get the defuse,
That's...
get double digits on the
Rare Atom are boomed. Rare Atom are boomed. They're not winning this map, and they need a massive talk about their own mental.
Translator beat us, like... Whew, it was a great setup, right? I mentioned, okay, Midnight's alone, so they have the paranoia from Nono ready to go. It's perfectly timed as well. I think it was ultimately the dark cover bottom mid out of Flexen that isolates Midnight from the rest, right?
Oh no.
So then they're only focused on those link players. They get really effective trades there. Then the smoke yard as well kind of cuts off Satoshi from the rest.
Oh no.
And also Spirits, you want getting that kill on the Midnight is huge, so then you don't have to worry about a pinch play. Everything went the way of DRG there, and that kill is like the final.
It's just
nail
all
in the
going
coffin,
wrong,
right? Now that was your single smoke, so you're not playing double controller anymore, and this is gonna be a bloodbath. And
oh,
you might just have eco for eco action. Wait a minute.
Oh,
dude,
so
what in the Lord's name is Flexen shooting at?
He's found 3.
Ackerman's bailed them out here.
To try and save things here, and Midnight.
Talk about Sean returning. Yeah, it's cool.
Upgraded rifle. Could be everything. The slow flank, slow wrap.
I really don't know, like... I feel like you couldn't have a real negative opinion of what he's done in Valorant, like, as a coach or a GM or whatever.
And throwing a haunt would give away his position. Where does he go from here?
Made us so many corners, so many nooks and crannies.
And he's also worked with 100 Thieves before. Like,
he at least knows where the spike is dropped. That should be the clue, but now Ackerman starting to guess where he is, and now he's been spotted. They're going to be aware of this position. DRG looking to fight this together. Ackerman and Flexen doubling up.
Well, that might have been an opportunity for Rare Atom to get back into the game, but
alas, this time, and now just 2 away from the victory here. A fairly quick victory as well. Started with that opening kill from Nick, and happened just as he was saying that nothing was going the way of Rare Atom as well. I was just the complete picture of that.
Yep. I saw the vision there.
She's got the ult though. Could be way in.
Yeah, if I've learned anything on if I have any takeaway, if I'm Midnight right now, it feels like Rare Atom has been, if you think about it, winning the mid fights, right? Like, think about that round, right? It was an eco, and they still like got the kills, got the momentum back until Achman comes sliding in with a Vandal over their classics and sheriffs. So if it comes to rifles versus rifles, I do think they've been winning those engagements, and so yeah, they've been starting with this really strong mid presence, but it's been purely reactive.
Oh yeah,
waiting
I mean,
for DRG to fight.
Of course, it's very valid to be mad about
bit,
the
right? I
way
really
the
like
match fixing stuff was handled.
I think that's the issue.
But I
here.
think in terms of what he's actually been doing
that decision's been made
as a
for
coach
you,
or
right?
a GM,
Midnight, we talked about it. Your initiators are going to be the lurk players.
Pretty
here.
flawless.
It's overwhelmed, overrun. Now you finally scale up. Undetected for the time being. Huge pressure going to be at Achman if they follow through with this.
Still not sure about these things though, and now Nono
They're not
is...
gonna know.
I don't know if they've spotted out that player too, and it's all DRG here in top.
So instead of going to heavy defend
control.
mid, they go for a
Ackerman
refight mid strategy with double flash. It's not the nicest flashes in the world, but they've a trip to make sure they can't go too deep.
Final opportunity for
and they're just mashing them, man.
Have any sort of success.
Rare Atom don't look like they have any confidence. They're going so timidly, cautiously around the map.
By the looks of things
and they've had so many like disaster moments in this map already.
12-4, and Rare Atom would need 8 in a row to bring us to overtime.
Yeah, the indecision's just been a death sentence for Rare Atom. I mean, not who's to say if Achman would have gotten multi-kills from that corner or not, but ultimately... just the backpedaling gives Dragon Ranger Gaming that that time, right, to pinch back.
The Vukashu buy on Zay.
They do now. They've done it now a few times. So now it's just pedal the metal, see what's happening. And
didn't work for him.
When they go towards a main, when they go for
Ackerman's playing really well.
That's when they collide against the double duelist plus the paranoia from Flexen, and That's so hard to get away from, and said 8 in a row. We might not even get one.
Such nice shooting from Ackerman too.
Yeah, they're playing off the back of their flashes real nicely. The stun was good as well. Immediately to stop any level of trade or
follow-up. They're facing up against the high-low and they're just taking it dry, taking it
one
by one.
Was there gonna be any level of a second swing there?
That you fight up against this kind of buy with the buy that you have. No, at least has one, but it was a 1v4 in the previous. Turned it into a 1v4 now with this kill.
I think Sean is essentially the GM though, not the coach. Yeah.
More players left to find. Is spotted out by the ultimate Spirit C1, making the most of using this util in the dimensional.
If I had to guess, it actually lends a little. It lends a little bit more credence to the idea of 100 Thieves trying to form a good team for this year, because Sean's talents are not just in coaching, but I think he's also got like a good eye for talent as well. So I think it's possible. It seems more likely than I was giving it credit for earlier on that 100 Thieves might be trying to build a genuinely good team. The theory is that they would want a good team to stay in partnership when the TPAs are getting, given out to fewer teams in 2027. Now, originally, I kind of scoffed at that idea a little bit because 100 Thieves would have to spend a huge amount of money to get a really good team. Like, on paper, at least. Obviously, they could pick up tier 2 players and, like, have an incredible run and that kind of stuff, but the rumor was more around them getting, like, signing Zekken, for example, which would cost $1.5 bag, or at least it should. So if they do that kind of move, that'd be very interesting. But yeah, I initially scoffed at that kind of thing because I didn't think they were willing to invest that level of money into Valorant. But if the return on interest in their mind is that they get to stay in Valorant for the next kind of like wave after 2026, yeah, maybe it ends up being worth for them. They're dropping their league team, so there is a new flow of money. Or they are dropping their league team, which implies that they have no money. Do you know what I mean? I think there's multiple ways of interpreting that piece of news. Riot forced 100 Thieves out? Why? What's the... I know nothing about League. What's the story with that?
Let's go. Yep, fun. 左边。还在底下。爆能器落在 B 区。下不了了，没事。
They sold their spot back? Yeah, but in what way were they forced to do it? Is there a report somewhere that I can read? Because I'd be interested on how much they got in terms of like monetary compensation for their spot as well. Oh, Riot offered... 100 Thieves had a guest spot for this year and potentially the next, but Riot said, okay, get lost, we found a replacement for you all, and 100 Thieves didn't expect this.
Well, what a map from... Oh, the team comms are still going. Well, that's interesting. Okay, we're professionals.
It's just a lot of shouting, a lot of celebration, a lot of let's go and what are you doing? Because we had the same questions for Adam.
Yeah,
I've got no idea. I'm not following the League of Legends rumors.
MVP, maybe not a player that you would have expecting, but
Nick was feasting on them. He was 10-3 at some point.
235 ACS. I mean, yeah, he was shooting.
And I think a great demonstration that, you know, before we
Sentinels used to be in the LCS, by the way. Is that when they were known as Phoenix 1?
Yeah. On some of these maps, as long as you're confident in what you're doing, and
that was
I think
a
he just
long
kind of
time ago.
He was lurking in unexpected areas, right? When you expect him to just be like the spike bearer, the spike carrier. I think he was reacting well around his own wingman as well and punishing. That round, that play was huge.
It is a different ownership structure as well, from what I understand, because they actually like.
So again, it was just kind of these cheeky
I don't know.
kills,
The Phoenix one. If you look at the
right? And the mix of first bloods in it as well, just is what kind of
actually it's
well.
mad boring. I'm not going to talk about it.
Everybody was 3 kills with each other, guys. It's hard to name an MVP under those circumstances.
Alright, thank you very much for the super chat. What about Team Liquid's rebuild? Rumor is conflict in the team. I was confused about that rumor though, because the rumor said conflict of interest, which is just terrible writing, because that is not what that means. Conflict of interest means like, it said conflict of interest between Trex, Kiko, and who was the third player? Can anyone remember? Was it Patty? I'm going to say it was Patty, but I can't remember for sure. But that implies conflict of interest is like these 3 players owned shares in Fnatic or something. And so they can't be trusted to play for Liquid. It's like this phrase does not mean what the writer thought it meant. So I think what they meant to say was just conflict. Because conflict of interest makes no sense. I can't imagine a situation in which there's conflict of interest between Trex, Kiko, and Patty playing on Team Liquid. I don't understand how that would happen. So I would imagine there's just some level of conflict in terms of like, maybe Trex is a difficult player to play with. Maybe Kiko feels like he was held back by Paddy. Maybe Paddy doesn't like the way that Trex or Kiko play the game and wants to play a bit faster. I don't know what. I'm literally just speculating and making up random shit. But I would imagine there's some kind of like in-game reason that one of these guys or 2 of these guys or whatever doesn't want to play with each other. Now, from what I've seen, Paddy's out. He had a 2026 contract and they allowed him to go and explore options. So essentially he's out. These 2, I think, had 2025 contracts. Let me go and check that. But Kiko's coming to the end of his contract this year, I'm pretty sure. Where are we? So, Paditek was on a 26 contract, Kiko's on a 25, and Trex was on a 26 as well. Okay, so Kiko's a free agent. He can go and look at other teams. He could go and see if Team Heretics is interested, if Sentinels is interested, if... who else would love to pick up Kiko? I mean, KC, but I don't think that KC... Well, I guess KC have got DOS9 at this point as well, so they're not even looking for a smokes kind of role. But, I mean, there are so many teams where Kiko would be a phenomenal addition to the team. He was amazing this year. But, you know, big teams might want a look at Kiko because he's coming to the end of his contract. As for... Yeah, and like I said, Paddy, I think, is out, and they're going to be looking for a replacement for him. Trex, I don't know. I haven't seen anything about Trex. So he's on a 2026 contract. I don't know if he's been allowed to look for options. Oh yeah, NRG, I suppose, would also be potentially interested in Kiko. If they're looking for a flex smokes player. Kiko should be trialing everywhere. Like, people who are coming to the end of their contract who are phenomenal talents... People like Kiko, people like Zekken, people like... I mean, Les isn't coming to the end of his contract. He's been released. But, you know, if he's been allowed to explore options, for sure, Les. But he doesn't really fit the pattern that we're talking about here. But, I mean, people like... even Kesnit, I think you could put on this list of, like, big players coming to the end of their contracts. Who else? I mean, Miniboo Is Miniboo being released, or did he come to the end of his contract? I think he was being released, wasn't he? Let's just double check. Heretics, Miniboo. No, Miniboo was... Yeah, Miniboo has just come to the end of his contract. 2025. So yeah, like Miniboo... Like, all of these players should be trialing wherever. By big players, you mean duelist players? No. Kiko's not... Well, I mean, Kiko's half a duelist player. But it just so happens that a lot of the duelist players are coming to the end of their contract this year.
On these compositions?
I think you asked about getting Satoshi some help.
Just realized we have zero news on less. Nah, we do. There was a report that came out from the Spike Brazil. The Spike Brazil reported that Les is leaving Vitality and therefore looking at other teams. But because he's still under contract with Vitality, you'd have to pay a buyout for him, which I think for the Brazilian teams makes people like Cortesia or Luke Show more attractive options, right? Actually, Luke Show's on a 2027 contract, so you would have to pay a buyout for him, but probably not as big as Les
as we
is.
ramp up into what looks like a DRG.
Well, maybe it would be bigger because it's a 2-year contract, but...
Yeah, they're certainly running forwards into this, and Ackerman got up
all right.
close and
Ackerman was
so
feasting
far.
last time I watched him.
Just about round
Wait,
this
no, it
corner,
wasn't on
and I
this
don't know
map.
if
We were
Ackerman
watching him on Lotus where he was feasting.
Gonna be too aware of it, but dips away in the site. Is effectively in the hands and control of DRG. The Neon on 44 health though, as the spike goes down.
A lot of the Chinese teams were planting in this corner. And originally I thought it wasn't a good plant spot, but I actually think it's kind of sick. If you're going to flip the map. It seems pretty bad if you're going to sit passive like this, though. Pushing out here seems good.
They want them out.
They pressured A-Link a little bit, realized there was too much resistance, so they took CT. So now they have 3 players CT.
Dashing in and Vikashu,
oh, and Vikashu can just play as the perfect backstab.
Just a bit too late into this. A 1v5 made a 1v4.
God, the timing there is brutal as well for Rare Atom. They sent 3 players through A-Link, and they had 1 player coming behind. And Midnight was almost full cleared the whole area, so they stopped watching their backs.
Running here on map number 2.
And I'm gonna tell you that is
Miniboo is now on Na'Vi, I'm pretty certain. I think that makes sense for both teams.
In the lower finals against any questions, shout out to Sideshow in the coach stream. He was calling out like, I don't know how I feel about this planet. They know they're flipping the site, but you can see it from that deep CT position.
I was just talking about that.
That's exactly what they play for.
Yeah, you have to flip when you plant here.
Vuka Shihira got so lucky as well.
Ah, it's getting caught.
Trap got destroyed. They know there was a flank coming from Midnight, and it just was mistimed. So huge opportunity squandered. Another DRG pistol to get to continue the train rolling.
I thought Alexic was kind of decent. Alexic's already been dropped. Alexic no longer with Na'Vi.
But it's again this kind of B-centric start that we saw similar to Corrode.
I thought that Alexic was looking pretty good as well.
We'll see what Midnight looks like back on this kind of site
he is not with the team.
Instead of the initiator position.
Yeah, hopefully finding a bit more success. Dark cover refresh.
I think Angel's style of Valorant puts a lot of pressure on duelist players. He doesn't tend to set them up super heavily. He tends to like contact clear areas quite a lot as well. And the duelist tends to lead, so they tend to have a lot of like untraded first deaths. I think it's a stylistic thing, but I think it means that they always feel like their duelist isn't really performing well.
That's going to be called upon.
That's my hypothesis, anyway.
Just wait for this.
So we'll see how Miniboo fares.
Yeah, they're just waiting.
More experienced players would be better because they'd be able to like realize when they can get away with doing that kind of stuff and when they can't.
Vikashu's still in his odd spot. Surely they're aware of it this time, but the spike's still not being planted. As there's still more pressure coming in. Vikashu's found a double Guran.
The spike's been dropped.
He might just be able to find this.
And now they're planting safe.
But no. Spirit is
so
there for the
DRG are trying to plant in this corner. But in a round like this, they're not sure that they'll actually be able to take CT. So then the planter is like, oh shit, I'm not sure if I should plant. I can't plant because the sight line's open. I don't want to plant safe behind the box. I don't want to plant here. But because the spike is pathing towards this location instead of this location, they're not able to get the spike down in that spot. The spike just got killed and dropped in the open. So
ultimately good attempt out of Rare Atom, especially
might want to sometimes path to a slightly safer spot if they're going to still be anchoring the site.
Want to take risks against the gamble stack.
Based on your own experience, would you recommend getting a BBL? Isn't it the most dangerous type of cosmetic surgery?
DRG now accrediting, I think, towards this market push to keep the close angles.
Chinese stinger!
Ackerman rushing in there.
What are you doing? Running out and aiming at the floor, Spirit. You have to hit some headshots on them and then drag down.
Hit on B, DRG.
What the hell?
Have a post plant, and these stingers at this close range should be able to do some
Isn't
work.
cosmetic heart surgery more dangerous? What, like the Grinch got?
Looking like DRG might be able to find.
Just believe in Christmas,
get
bro.
A third on the board. Rare Atom. They need to try and overwhelm here. No information handed over. The recon bolt shot out, destroyed. Satoshi dropping down. Gurun with a kill. No as well, but flexing from Marketplace. He's only able to get one. Vikashu is but he's using his ultimate. Neural theft infested, but still has to try and reload.
Probably a good decision there to double push him in the corner before he could reload.
Already been earned, and Gurun gets the defuse.
And I love the respect that Rare Atom showed there, right?
Explain what cosmetic heart surgery would be.
Gets off. They know that neural theft is active. They know that.
I'll let Shayo explain.
But what a damaging round from Dragon and Ranger Gaming onto that buy-up for the side of Rare Atom.
What is a BBL cosmetic surgery? All right, so you've got like, okay, this is a human being, right? There's their hand, there's their shoulder, you know. There's their head and neck. This is viewed from the side, by the way, right? There's their nose and mouth. And then if you get a BBL, you look like that.
This double lurk style with the B main heavy presence off the double duelists.
That's a BBL. It's a Brazilian butt lift.
Rare Atom giving them no opportunities.
Holy Squidward. Yeah, but would you? Hear me out.
Slow and measured so far for DRG. In the one way on A main, but a couple shots sent through, and potentially Rare Atom think that some pressure might be coming, but it's just the one so far. Is DRG looking to group up here?
Yeah.
In mid.
What did you walk into? I was explaining in my chat what a BBL was. That's why it was so funny that BBL's Game Changers team were called BBL Queens.
Early Hunter's Fury, right?
I was watching Game Changers one time, and B walked in and she was like, what the fuck is that team called?
We need impact first. We need some kills first. Why we've re-rotated into this mid fight. I could even see them.
Why are they just advertising that they got fat asses?
Insert. We've seen players like Satoshi actually do this for Rare Atom, but this time it's Achman taking a page out of his book. Flips.
Oh wow! Big double kill. Big double kill for Midnight. Good overall as well. Okay, Rare Atom on the board early. Let's go. Let's go.
For some reason they got off and.
It's okay. 4v2, you should be fine.
But that is all they're gonna find.
Funnier than the Fortnite Milk Cup. An all-women's league in Fortnite called the Milk Cup.
Stymie that Boba push, and then the Hunter's Fury coming through from Gurun. DRG were left scrambling. They couldn't have that full control of the site like they wanted.
Approves these things?
Lovely transfer.
It just had its LAN.
What gets the job
do they not think
in the end is that even more tags from the utility about out. So Rare Atom.
I mean, okay. It implies a certain naivety and innocence in the minds of the people who named it. You know, Liz was interviewing. Liz was working
with the rest of his team when it comes to the util.
The Fortnite Milk Cup.
He's the only one here with a rifle, and
oh god!
Fallen immediately. Gurun getting involved as well here on A main. It's just a complete bloodbath.
I mean, maybe they need someone with a fucked up brain on the committee, you know?
Trigger just put in all. How much do we think he's going to be able to find? Like, realistically, I think one, maybe two.
No, you're just sick, Sideshow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The orb to come back, I think. If
I'm sorry.
Then he would have had it, but Ultimately, I mean, Rad has been setting up for that A fight.
It must be sponsored by Big Milk.
Got to show it off, right? And
they're not just
again,
calling it
that's
the
where
Milk
that
Cup for no
Sova
reason. It
comfort
must be a
from Gurang
sponsored
comes in.
tournament.
They're able to almost use the fast lane against them time after time. I've seen it happen with these Neon picks. So really well done there to deny the eco, and it's actually going to be Dragon Ranger Gaming's first time out of the series here because, again, it feels like they're playing more to capitalize off of Rare Atom's mistakes, and then when Rare Atom isn't exposing themselves, they're kind of fighting the clock a little bit and getting in these positions where they don't have the opportunity, the ability to backpedal out, to opt for a plan B.
I mean,
you're able to see time and time again on Sunset.
what would it even be a good
really
name
from the shadows
for like an all-men's tournament?
That's kind of what I want to see. You know, Vukushu has been having these mid lurks, maybe
like
trying to get a little bit deeper through A side.
Because you can't get away with like being sponsored by a chicken
but
company and calling it the Cock Cup. That would be too obvious. That would be too obvious.
And that's pretty much where we're sitting.
Sausage Tawny, yes. Hold on, you're cooking with that one. The Seaman Cup, sponsored by the local fishermen. The Seaman Cup.
Similar outcomes, but right now.
Now that is a legendary name for a tournament.
Similarities between the two maps, even in how we're seeing DRG.
That's a really good one
on their attacking side.
Yeah.
The Sausage Showdown.
Wrinkle is definitely
sponsored by.
You have a Sentinel this time. All right,
who's a large sausage company?
No shame to Satoshi on the chamber, but I feel like they're just getting a lot of stability from
the Valorant Peanuts Showdown. There's a brand of nuts in the UK called Nobby's Nuts.
By this point, but to turn that page,
and their slogan is Nibble Nobby's Nuts. I mean, they know what they're doing, obviously. All right, fade ult into Yoru combo. Seeing if they can get the pick on Satoshi.
Well, and he's absolutely done that.
Not me fucking up the name 10 times.
Down Midnight. 2 kills through walls there.
The Wood Cup. That's a good one as well, actually.
In their control, in their hands.
All right, I was originally thinking there weren't as many ways that you could create a funny name for the men's, but you absolutely could.
But even still, doesn't get the
Jack Link's beef jerky sponsored Jack Off. The Jack Off.
Oh my god, through the wall, but still flashed out. No.
Yep.
Guran, these players have been good so far. That's the first tap on the spike to try and draw something out, and Guran's find the kill as well. Ackerman and Flexin now called upon. It's just Guran 1v2 as the time running out. DRG.
Very nice, very disciplined.
Discipline in their hands. And tie up the game.
We have an energy drink here called Big Cock. No, you don't. What's going on in the southern hemisphere? You're all slurping Big Cock?
Yeah, the flash, the positional muscle memory.
Big Cock. How are you getting away with that?
Safely into the corner, but their ability to get that really bowled out to double swing time and time again, that's enough for Rare Atom to call the emergency break. I think
this website was made in the 1970s. Big Cock energy drink. Wow.
And also, like we mentioned, their strong suits were kind of
made in the USA,
side, right? Their ability to anchor it, their ability to retake it, and somehow DRG in one timeout dismantled all of that.
You have an energy drink called Pussy? Sorry. Who? Sorry. Who has an energy drink called Pussy? Because I don't.
It's rare to see 2 timeouts.
I don't.
A round apart. You normally at least get a couple.
I've never heard of that.
In between, but again, Rare Atom earlier than you'd expect.
The UK.
Putting a pause on.
The UK has an energy drink called Pussy.
On this 3-3 spot, I believe both teams should be able to have a bye into this next
I've
round.
never seen that.
As we jump into round 7.
Big Cock and Balls energy drinks. I've not seen
DRG
these.
Have got.
Haven't heard of Juicy Pussy. Really?
A G-dimensional drift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a no to the shadows as well, but Flexin has that omen ult.
Be honest, do you agree with the UK food here, or do you like the food here?
Ackerman is one away.
I think it's more complicated than people make it sound.
Away from his neon ult, but Ackerman has been just having a little bit more success
Le
here.
Coq Sportif, true.
Straight forward. Again, it's just a
Shoo, thanks for the 200 bits.
Dash through from DRG, and they've got control of sight.
They still got to get through that trip, though, for the spike.
Picked up the operator. I was hyping this one up in the
Perky
pre-show,
Nana.
And it's just unfortunate that it comes when they're trying to...
Oh, they know exactly where they want to plant. Why are they trying to plant in the same spot every single time, man? And now they've planted safe. Why don't they want to plant here for elbow? They're literally just planting the same place every time, and it's such an exposed spot.
And you have turned them around.
Ah, flexing.
Positioning and paranoia from flexing forces the TP.
And now it's planted in a shit spot that you can't get to it. Okay, that round was Giga Troll on the plant spot. That round was Giga Troll from DRG. You only plant there if you're flipping the map, and you think you're getting hard flanked.
Unfortunately, that position for flexing just not ideal.
I think the UK has good food, but it can be harder to find than a lot of other countries because the fast food isn't as good as the US. So if you're from the US and you think you can get good fast food, you're disappointed. And the grocery store food isn't as good as it is in continental Europe or Asia, actually, as well. Like, it's not as good as South Korea or Japan or something, the, like, grocery store food.
Somehow he's able to survive against spirits as well.
You're disappointed if you go to a grocery store and you're from, like, France or Japan or something like that.
Satoshi's re-entry there towards
but you can get really good food here.
It was so seamless, and that's that kind of give and push you're going to get with Satoshi.
It's just hidden esoteric knowledge.
With this operator. So now you have really strong anchors towards both sites, right? Midnight.
I've never tried Big Cock, but I'd probably like it.
That's exactly why.
I think I've just got
trying to push it once again,
some
Boba, and once again Midnight delivers.
built-in prejudices against it due to the way that I've been socialized, you know?
For Kasha, though, he seems to be always good for one with a sheriff.
If I'm being very honest.
He's still in a disadvantage. As I say that, Spirit's there with a kill. Satoshi sliding in, traded again, back and forth.
But if I'm ever in Australia, I'll give it a try.
Oh, not again.
Oh, he anticipated the TP. Flexen just TP'd back into it. Oh, now he's got his knife out. Oh, no. Don't let Nick win that after he's just had his knife out.
Haunt coming through from Market. Jay spotted. Now he's going to know where Nick is coming from as well, but he's tucked in close. Jay, can you win?
Good shot. Good shot. Okay. Six Veil, thank you for the 5 months. Merkless, thank you for the 3 months as well. And just a Shen guy, thank you for the 2 months as well.
That was an eco round for DRG, and they very nearly got it over the line.
Wow, I need to see the GPOV for that operator shot, because again, menace with that weapon in hand. But this was a very rocky round. Honestly, the Hunter's Fury bailed them out so hard because both players had their eyes on these weapon upgrades. And yeah,
what's my favorite British food?
For sure. I mean, hats off as well because Nick played that.
I don't eat them anymore, but like a very well-made meat pie
maybe played for the tap instead. Just again,
from a butcher's
that
goes crazy.
Bite them in the heels, but.
I've got some local butchers near me that do incredible meat pies.
Only silver lining is you got the Achman ult out as well.
I think that's something that the UK does very well.
Some more farming going. No, they'd rather
not Greg's fucking hell,
caused a ruckus last time, if you remember. Got in the back lines, got into Boba, overwhelmed players.
I'm talking about driving out into the countryside to a local butcher's. Their cream pies are so good. Stop. Stop. That's not even. You're not even disguising it at this point. You're just being horny on main. Like you're literally just being horny on main.
The one-way refreshed there by No. A little bit of a stop to things, but still a minute left on the clock. So
got your ult to clear
half
this.
Of the round remaining, and Spirit. He's going in. He's got the information, got the read here.
Dangerous to go for a TP like that. I don't know if you get out of the TP faster than the Yoru. Good combo.
Take down No, and he does. The 4 versus 4, and he's already inside of Ali to try and push on further back.
And this time they cleared out the whole of CT, so they get a safe plant. But is it a good plant? Because they need to be fighting CT or Link.
Go down this side.
Oh, he turned the blind. He lived! Satoshi didn't get the kill on a full blinded opponent. Oh, that is tragic. Oh, and he's fucked up the recon as well.
There isn't a chance. He's just got to
rare
away.
atom.
Tries to save this operator. Being hunted here by these two players. Spirits won't let him.
I've never had a Greg's cream pie.
Round goes to DRG. They're back with it in 1 and not letting Rare Atom.
I've never tried Greg's cream pie.
Between these teams.
Wow.
Don't worry, everyone. I'll start streaming tomorrow, so you won't have to hear this filth.
Is good for towards that A side. It is.
Oh, good. Oh, good. We'll get TMV back. Notoriously not horny guy.
Spirit Z1.
Mormon Valorant analyst, TMV.
Somehow weathers all of that. Show utility too. All right, Spirit Z1. That's the performance that we're expecting.
Nando's is not that good in the UK in Mortal. It's not that good.
Coming back in full force, like you mentioned.
See, this is what I mean. Like, the things that are hyped up are not that good.
If you hear rifles littering the side of
Nando's is fine and boring because it's all just chicken.
Effortlessly.
And the quality of the chicken is
fine.
It's not great. It's fine. This is a trap play off the paranoia.
Midnight still with the rifle in hand as well. So
supposed to have Satoshi ult.
Potentially some danger thrown into the mix.
Midnight's holding contact.
Players here for Rare Atom over on B. DRG,
their options are mega limited.
Leave. Jay in mid.
If you like peri peri sauce, Shayo, you can get better peri peri elsewhere.
Something, but
talk to Bren about it.
Away himself in the cage. This spot. Being forced away from this.
Okay. Silence. Again, this is
DRG giving them absolutely no indication of what's going on, so they've still got this trap play. Okay, now they're starting to make noise over towards A, so now the trap play disintegrates.
Unfortunately, this time around, right, because of just forward position around pillar, around tiles, they're able to call it earlier than the plant coming down. Dragon Ranger Gaming, though, how do they position in the post? That's the big question.
What is your opinion on the great and ancient Mormon tradition of soaking? There are no ancient Mormon traditions. That is not true. Mormonism is an extremely modern religion. Now, as for the tradition, I've been told it's not. I've been told it's not something that people really do.
Shuts down two of them. No jumping through as well.
Mormons are either like getting married at the age of 18 so that they can fuck, or they're kind of just chilling. Apparently, it's a bit of an urban legend. We've got the direct evidence. We've been told.
5-5 now.
Would you do it though?
And yet again, DRG fighting close here.
I don't.
Yeah. And again, in these moments where they have like 1 or 2 hero rifles, I want to see better plans concocted around them, right? Like you have Satoshi dashing. I want to see that, like the beginning of Overdrive voice line.
I had a friend who was willing to jump on the bed, and I thought it wouldn't ruin our friendship. I think it would be quite fun to try jump on it. I think it's just a funny idea. I think it's a funny idea. I don't think it'd be good, but I think it's funny.
But for the time being, we're back to the
I can't imagine having a friend though that would do that.
Has put a quick
fun? Yeah, it sounds goofy. It sounds stupid.
That airing shuts it down, and this I feel like we're supposed to maybe draw them into execing towards the cipher.
TMV, Bren? I've met TMV once. You're telling me the second time I ever meet TMV, he's jumping on the bed with me and my wife naked. That, no. No. I wouldn't do that with Bren.
Mid yet again. They're going for the mid to A this time. Guran inside of CT has been spotted, and DRG just getting themselves in towards the A site. It's going to be
Rare Adam are not really fighting DRG heavily for these
looking more towards Ali to
important areas of the map,
Spirit.
like this and this.
5v4 post plant now for DRG and Satoshi. He's a player that's trying to find this information, but DRG, they're not letting themselves get captured or caught by this, just instead periodically falling back, wasting the time and forcing all of this utility, all of these bullets to come towards the midnight. That's a good swing. Guran as well.
All right. Doable. And a bad plant position again.
Now, the advantage in the hands of Rare Atom. Nick from long range, only good for one. No, answering back Fukashu, but it's not planted for them here inside of Elbow.
Oh my god.
Oh,
he could have just sticked it. He could have just stuck it.
DRG, take the lead.
DRG never getting punished for their dog shit plans.
Stag going for how many rounds Flexen is a closer for. Clutch or not, it feels like he is always the one to cap off these rounds, these plans, and especially his ability to re-pivot after getting exposed by the neural theft on that upward position.
You met him once and immediately put Shayo in the cuck chair.
After what was this off position plants. And that round as well really fully displayed the difference in ideals.
I just think,
right?
can you...
Rare Atom won't have a key player.
Oh my
right?
god,
No
they've got 2 players with no armor for the final round.
Player, and he says, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get back with the team. I'm going to play around.
Playing against Fukashu is
forward.
contagious.
Playing forward, they get punished. So, again, a great attempt, but DRG Heroics just pulled across the line at a pivotal moment where they'll now have the safety net of a 6th round.
Don't know what TMV's offer.
Once again,
oh god, what did he offer?
Off a lead. It's not the flashy 9-3, but a 7-5.
Your wife
Definitely
is jumping, bro.
To keep the blood flowing, pumping.
No. No.
Sunset does favor the attack a little bit. So Rare Atom already with 5 and still an opportunity to make it 6. Still what's expected of them here. No drift being used. Spirit C1. He's spotted that his B site is basically vacant. Yeah, coming to...
None of them got hit by that.
And doesn't overstay his welcome in Boba this time around. Knows that they're going to be watching for it.
The Outlaw is going to crush
5v5
against this entire team.
From Rare Atom.
one-off menstrual drift.
Okay, except he pre-fired and then missed the second shot and got destroyed.
Active fighting out of DRG.
That's a good paranoia. That's a...
Oh,
Midnight playing anti-flash.
Traded back and forth again. Spirit on the
2v2.
finding the answers now in a 2 versus 2.
Nice overwhelm. Well played by Midnight.
Not the best weapons for it. A Judge and a Guardian.
Oh, he couldn't get the shorty out in time. Big round from Rare Atom. I don't know how the fuck they've managed to make that 6-6. There was one completely thrown round from DRG.
This next pistol round, we see after this half-time, is going to be
that round was fairly nice from Rare Atom.
Than the one on
Midnight hit some big shots.
Yeah, it set the pace for sure.
I'm new to the beauty of Sideshow content. Is the Carmine Corp funny react era over? The problem, the teams are not bad enough. Gray the Goo. It requires some really incredibly bad Valorant to get that level of reaction going.
A little bit too disjointed from the rest. Has to refight in there, and we hyped up Flex and his clutch ability. Unfortunately, cannot carry them across the line this time to wrap up the half with that
5
advantage.
HP, though. I was believing. I was believing with a 5 HP on No.
Yeah.
I mean, also we're watching Ascension, where it's tier 2 teams. It feels a little disrespectful to be shitting on.
I'm glad that we're finally getting competitive series, and I think that holds up.
Did you see the 9Z save? Yeah, 2 of them. They were horrible, horrendous. I would have been losing my mind if I'd been co-streaming that live.
The Ascent, which I'm still.
Nobody has come close to Carmine Corp 2023 bad. I mean, Orango walling himself out of A main on Corrode and then knifing his way back through it was definitely a flashback to Carmine Corp 2023 level bad. That was insane.
Proc the differences here.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we get to see a little bit more.
Yeah, with an op. Yeah, so he couldn't even.
in this
it's just horrendous.
To
Early 2G this year was not funny. Early 2G this year were not playing the game. They were just
on the defense side,
passive, scared, and letting other teams do anything they wanted to them. It wasn't funny. It was sad.
Was that
Apex KC was a glue game this year. That was funny. Early Team Liquid. Team Liquid, with their failed walls all over the place and kickoff, were quite funny.
DRG. So this time around, I just need to see them making those
Bro was
decisions.
farming cobblestone on Corrode.
We certainly got a better look of
That's a confusing sentence for Minecraft players, Valorant players, and weirdly Counter-Strike players.
Hacking pistol round is very, very much needed.
Havoc Yuri Waltz. I don't think anyone's ever sent me as hard as Batunax's Yuri Waltz. I could not believe what I was watching with Batunax's Yuri Waltz. He was using the shorty like he was from the future when it had been nerfed to only have one bullet in it.
It's just once they get on the site, they'll
one shot in the chamber, you know what I mean? He would come out with his Yuri Waltz, shoot once, and then try and pull out his fucking knife or something.
If it's gonna hurt them, because they've been good at punishing DRGs against refights. We saw that on Crowd right around mid space.
Yeah,
But
KC
here,
Apex
if
was mad.
wins those re-engagements,
Alright, there goes
now-
Spirit, trying to take a fight over
It's
towards top mid.
important. It's a great
And now they
opening
think that
kill.
mid is open, but it isn't.
Yeah, lovely
Nick
response,
and
though, from
Flexing are
Nick,
both
and
here.
Flexing with
Good
that
pathing,
paranoia.
though, from Satoshi.
He's been able to do so much. Right click onto Satoshi
I'm a lesser
as
fan
well.
of that. I
Been
like
able
getting
to
into
stay alive,
spawn.
keep
I
himself
think he should have
surviving, but the
continued to
shots
wrap
are
while the
coming
rest of his
on
team
and
went in.
through, potentially a bit more danger
Oh,
and peril,
no.
but Ackerman
They're still gonna...
shuts down No.
Rare Adam
Great
just
start
stopped scaling
for Rare Atom,
and
but
got
Guran
stuck
is
completely in the
above
middle of the
kills,
map.
down two, but Ackerman
DRG just way
running
faster.
on in, shuts
Oh, no.
it down.
Oh no.
While it did get scary, it's
Oh, no.
a double pistol round win here on Sunset for DRG.
They're saying Foot have been trialing
Ooh,
Batu.
and I liked the opening
There's no
kill,
way.
but then I felt like they got a little tunnel visioned, right? And we talk about how we needed to see their follow through.
If
They
Batu
kinda
somehow
got stuck
joins
in that
Foot and
top
has a
mid
redemption arc and looks incredible,
link
I won't.
space. I was like, great.
I'm
really
just gonna
bold
have to
reaction there
retire
off the
because
paranoia,
Valorant is
then
random
just
and makes no
Flexing gets
sense.
that double kill. And then here again, it just felt like they grouped up and were fighting the players that were.
I've
in
never
the
seen a
lead,
player that I'm
instead
more
of focusing and
confident
trying
needs
to
a
fight
couple
those
years
players
in
that
tier
were keeping
2
them off
before he
of the
comes
A
back
site.
into tier
And
1.
that's where again in the moment we
If
need that
Batu
decisive voice, that call to,
pops
like,
off next year
congregate
somehow,
group and fight towards the
I'm
objective instead of
just
to fight
gonna
in
have to
general.
retire.
Now, I mean, DRG, lighter buy than typical, I'd say, with the most expensive being that judge and outlaw, but
Yeah, maybe he's
like
a
how
scrim
it's, playing
demon.
off the
I
one
don't
way,
know.
Really close for Rockman. Because Shumio is lethal with the outlaw, so
You're welcome
being
to come
that
over to Super
B-side
Smash
anchor
Bros.
makes
Melee.
sense here.
I think
I
I'd be
also
going
like
to
this
Pokemon.
call, right?
I'll
I'm
become a
guessing it came
Pokemon
from
streamer.
Spirit Z1
with my
to
200
reposition
viewers.
around mid-space and door.
Yeah, we still how much Rare Atom like to contest mid on Corrode and going for a similar
I'll become the
remit here.
worst competitive Pokemon
Midnight.
player.
Creeping
That's a
up
devious
mid,
off
though,
angle.
With an outlaw, it's certainly an interesting choice and not one that he walks away from. 5 versus 4 now. DRG.
Oops. Fukushu's time to shine.
The advantage here, and he's got this long-range angle. That's a lovely
Didn't need the headshot, but all good.
No more.
It's a necessary headshot, but he's going for more kills, and he gets more kills. But, I mean, Rare Atom trying to fight on back. It's Rikashu again.
All right, he's cleaning up. I have
in
not
that
played the new
round,
Pokemon
and he's
game.
just
I didn't realize that it
blowing
was
through
like a completely different
Wow.
battle style.
I mean, this is the confidence. Like, oh, I hit my first shot. Let's go back in for the classic, and that's his third on the round, right after 2 insane.
Hunter's
opening kills.
nutsack. What's up?
And there's the one that robs him of the ace.
You got the rest of
Well,
Hunter with
staying
you?
top mid to again make sure there's no unaccounted for variables on the back
Not
end.
even
like we
Wolf
saw
Glick could
DRG
save you?
exploit time and time again on there.
He
Attack
fucking
half
could.
for Sunset.
Don't underrate.
Huge round.
Retro's gonna
weapons
save me.
Obviously carried over. Again, it's not as strong as we would hope for, and we're not going to see any hero rifle or Spirit Z1 either forced up. So
Yeah, Spirit
that
decided
gives
not
me
to
hope
force.
for Rare Atom converting this round, but we've seen more one-sided 50 conversion attempts. I
Rare
think,
Atom need this
this
one.
map to convince me
They
otherwise.
need this one. Look how passive this drone position is from. Just
That'd
droning out
certainly
B
be
main.
quite a
We're doing this again?
few.
All
Third
right,
time?
they're going
Why
up
not?
mid.
Go for it.
But this trip
Top
in
mid,
market
through
still
to
means
Boba,
that
but
there's no
Vikash is watching for
great
this.
pressure
The outlaw
there.
doesn't quite hit. It's
What
not.
in the
Shorty not
what
quite
in
at
the
that
fuck
range.
are you doing with the shorty at that
Kill Guran
range?
As well, just a stinger, but able to
What was
fight
that?
up against Spirit. Rare Atom have the control here. They have the presence.
Good
With
spray
Satoshi
control
finding
from
that kill
Satoshi.
as well.
I thought Nick
5
was
on
going to be
2,
favored there.
Taking a 5-on-1.
Flawless,
Flawlessly
apparently.
taken by Rare Atom. An anti-co, or anti-bonus really, but even still, signs of life that we needed to be seeing.
Yeah, and Dragon Ranger Gaming, right calls there, Spirit Z1. They're pushing.
I'm gonna
on
play
to
2x KO,
from
yeah.
Nova, try to take main space, but
Can I get an
again, weapon
uwu?
difference. The round doesn't go either way.
Thank you for the
Oh, I'm wondering then
Thank
if
you for the
because
30
he's gonna
months.
Go mid so many rounds. Yeah, you credit to maybe the
Monkey Caesar.
difference
38
in
months
buys,
even.
but curious
Colonel
if we
Val,
see
thank you for the new tier
switch
1.
up from Dragon Ranger
Aiden, thanks for the
Gaming, how
prime.
they fight for mid space. For now, the answer is no, and I wonder if we're just going to see Rare Atom
All right,
continuing to
full
exploit
rifles for
until
DRG
they do
though.
make that switch up.
So last round there was a big gap here. This round they have Spirit
Mason
holding it.
coming through.
Spirit and Nick holding it after they
Nothing
get
to be gained so
2 people
far.
pushed up on the A
Rare
line.
Atom
And instead of having the trip here, they now have the
on
trip
this
here.
B
So
main
more
area while
passive hold
Guran
of market.
finding a little bit of intel over towards A.
Why were you like trembling? Because
Got
I'm
out
nervous.
Both players there. or at least aware of the presence of two.
I feel like Uwu's
Now
quite
we're
a
heading
nervous
into
thing
the
to
side
say.
for
Like, it
setup.
should have a
Hunter's
little bit of
Fury
nervous
coming on through
energy.
to try and secure the entry onto the site. Vukashu's still here. He's still surviving, but traded back.
Great
by
trade
that
with the
Silver
Silver
ultimate that I just called out. In their hands, in their control, and no. Planting the spike. It's a 4-on-4.
Yeah, huge risk from Vukashu there. We're going to take out a backstab player. Now this backside-centric plant comes through. They just want to retake this space.
Ackerman gets the first kill, and the second kill. Nick as well. It's now down to Jer. As if, just like that, he's found himself alone. Relay Bolt just to try and waste a little bit more time. And Nick has him
Had
through
to
the
be
smoke,
something
even with
generational
the
for him to be
Phantom
able to
not
win
giving
that.
any traces. Just the sound was enough. Well, it just all fell apart there for Rare Atoms, Obi.
It was so streamlined. I mean, I saw these really strong backside.
What were your thoughts when you first read the
players,
first
and I mean,
Malazan book?
As soon as we saw
The
Satoshi, I think it was
the book had
Father
already been
Box,
described to me as it throws you in at the
it's
deep
just
end.
like they gave up
So I
all
was
that backside
determined
space,
not to
right?
get
It was
put
a
off
gate
by the
crash
beginning of
all
the
in
book.
by Zhe, like you mentioned to me, where you had to play
But
out the 1v3.
I'll tell you, my first thoughts when I read it
wish we
were,
would've seen more
what the
maybe
fuck
mutual
is going
investment
on?
there to
And
hold
also,
on to that
how the
bullet
fuck
space
does
like
the
that
magic
bullet
work in
chose,
this?
'cause,
And then
I mean,
also,
when
who
you
are all
had
these
even
people?
planted for that space, yeah, it's
And then,
information
am I supposed to
from
remember this
from
shit?
Stairs, but
Those
I
are some
feel
of
like
my
they didn't
first
win
thoughts.
Either of the sides of the site they were fighting
And
for,
then,
that they got
holy
pretty deep
fuck, that
control
guy's
over
cool.
off of that Hunter's Fury, right? It almost feels like, and I hate this cliche phrase that they're like fighting to not to lose instead of fighting to win. That's kind of like when you're in that position, when you've gotten that forward of a line and you have this aggressive double duelist composition, that's when I want to see you fighting into both.
Looking like a
space,
swift
right? Send a relay
3-0?
bolt.
I don't
Send
know.
a
I think it's a bit too
paranoia.
early to say
Fight
that,
forward.
but
Like, we saw
it
them
is looking
doing
like
it when they
DRG
had
are
better weapons, right? When you look at back to
the better
Satoshi
team.
and that kill on, I think it was Nick, right? Towards spawn. Do that on the rifle rounds. Take those risks because Dragon Ranger Gaming's not afraid to. Any questions earlier wasn't afraid to.
Books make no
That's
sense.
the key difference.
All right, Socrates.
Something
Fucking
that
hell.
we've seen from most teams playing DRG in this tournament, apart from perhaps any questions, was that fear. They're scared of DRG, and I mean, obviously, it's understandable. This team went to champs.
I've
for
been
crying
struggling
out
with all
loud,
the
but
poems in the book.
if you
I'm
let
so
that
confused
fear
by them.
overtake you,
I don't think you
you're
have to
always going to
worry
struggle.
about
Something that
those.
I noted about Thunder Gaming playing against DRG on this map in the very first day of the tournament, they were giving the site to DRG for free on their defensive side. It was just such a problem for them that they couldn't fight back in, and DRG...
Demon 1 was
you can
only
see
a
here, they're not scared of
temporary
taking that
fill
space.
for Vukashu because
Immediately
Vukashu couldn't get his visa.
wresting control of A main out of the hands
Demon
of
1
Rare
was never
Atoms.
actually like on the team.
Yeah, I
on
feel
the
like
team.
that might have been a little fake out attempt regardless because of the stack towards B, because of how fast they rotated and got back out. But still, I agree. And this is the competition we want to see, but let's see how they remedy this B hold that we saw get deconstructed last time around. Again, it's very familiar post-plant setups, but here Paranoia in place a little bit more aggressively around the choke, so
Yeah,
some change up
holding
to that
it
regard.
full
just
on
when do they
site.
trigger it all.
And no Satoshi's here in this corner as
This
well.
positioning
Well, the
is
rest
going to
of the
be
players starting to try and fight
potentially
through from market, and the
devastating.
flank coming through
Flexen's
from
got such a
Flexen. He's
beautiful
behind them. They
flank.
might not be
Nah,
aware.
they've got no
They've
clue.
no clue. There's
Absolutely
one, two,
no
not the
clue.
third, but Ackerman and Spirits, that's their opportunity
Crushed.
to
Completely
fight back
crushed.
in. Brilliantly worked from DRG, and again,
I've already
in a
played Jump
different
King.
way, deconstructing that
I
B-side
raced
hold.
Avast at Jump King.
It's not quite
And I
a
beat the
Forsaken
piss out of
moment,
him.
but it's one to rival for sure. Really, really nice play from Flexen.
I've been
And
thinking
now
about getting
I
into
can't
books.
even
What are
really
some
blame
good
Rare Atoms
episodes I
for,
should
right?
start
They
with?
had that really strong setup that I wanted
You should
to
probably
see
start with like
because
the
of how
first
streamlined this
books
retake has been
and then
through
go
the left,
forwards
has been through the market
chronologically.
out of Dragon Ranger
You could
Gaming,
start
and
the other way around and go for some
that
newer
was the
releases,
robot
but the problem
inside
is they're
Dragon
just
Ranger
releasing
Gaming,
books
so
so
huge
often
call
now
from Flexen there to be like,
that
"Hey guys,
you'll never get back
hold,
to the
I
old
have
good
the
stuff.
win
So
call
I'd
today,"
start at the
and that's when it
beginning
all
and try and
collapsed
work your way
inwards. So Dragon
forwards.
Ranger Gaming breached double digits here.
The
And only
Bible?
round that
You can
Rare
find
Atoms
older
has
stuff
been
than
able
that,
to
but yeah, at some point you
find
should probably hit the Bible.
has been that Dragon Ranger Gaming bonus, so we've got to see this half by kind of convert here.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, obviously.
Fighting.
But Duran's good for one, but
Nice
Spirit
shots from
said
Spirit.
good for two. A main fight won out yet again by DRG. And potentially Rare Atom can pick up their own upgrades here.
What is the oldest book? I'm not sure actually, because I think when I'm thinking about
Stinger in
books,
hand and
I'm thinking
Spirit
about prose. I'm thinking
watching
about
for this. Doubled up
novels.
with Flexen.
And I don't really know what the first novel
High,
is.
low setup here with the crouches. The smoke is going to be good for it, but Spirit.
I was
and
talking to somebody
Flexen
recently
and
about,
Mikashi
is it called like the Book of
all
Genji
finding the
or
kills,
something?
all finding the impact. And DRG find 11.
I think that's supposed to be a extremely old
it feels like a Spirit Z1 round, right?
work of
You
prose.
saw Ackman trying to play together with them.
And then you've got more.
Late, but
Then you've got some
boy,
very
they
old
grabbed them
European
regardless. I did
books
see the
like
confidence
Don
sign, like, one of
Quixote,
the
for
Scared Around
example.
though, just how
I think that's
confident they were
supposed to
on
be
the
a
die if you're
very
24, they got
early
that space.
work of
Just unfortunate
European
they
prose.
weren't able to keep more players alive here, and that
The Tale of Genji. There you go.
Trio clash.
But I don't actually. I don't know the answer.
Ooh, we're rerunning this again?
They're going for it at least. Waiting for it. The
I'm
blind
sure you
side
could find
out.
it by googling it.
Crash
Like, what
quickly
is the
towards
earliest novel written or earliest prose
Alley. Still been
written?
spotted there by Dimensional Drift of Zhurt. A-Site is in the control here of Rare Atom, but that
5 ults.
smoke. That smoke is so damn
No, that's what I was saying. The
powerful,
first
and
book
like you
isn't
said,
European.
5
I was saying
ultimates
that
available here
Don
from
Quixote is an
DRG.
example of one of the
relay
first
bolt out.
European
Ackerman's
books.
been caught, so that's one taken away, but Nightfall coming back in. Vakashu with a kill and
Like
Neural Theft
novels,
as well.
you know.
They want the information. The Spirit C1 is giving it to them as well with that Dimensional Drift to come on through. Flexin, no, Nick. Taking each other down. Midnight now left 1v3. Do they know where he is? Well, they do now. He's been spotted. That's the first kill onto Flexin. Spirit so has his number. Map
The
point now for
Etruscan
DRG,
Gold Book
and
is
on the
considered the
defense
oldest
side, they are
multi-page
looking
book,
unleashed right now.
dating to
Ooh,
around
yeah,
600
I was curious
BC.
about that. I like the Spirits of One fake.
What did they
out,
put
like,
in
hey, we're
that
gonna
shit?
Fight a main. Just kidding. I'm gate crashing out. And then they play the retake game. I saw the 5
The
ults,
Tale
I'm
of
like,
Genji is what comes
I
up
know
when you
what's
Google
coming.
what's the oldest novel.
I did like the attempt
Okay,
from
so
Adam
I was kind of on the
understanding,
money
right,
with
from
that one.
Satoshi especially, like, hey, I have to fight forward. We know these ults are about to come in. The paranoias on the choke were good as well. It's just, again, they had so many more resources banked and ready for that moment on the side of Dragon Ranger.
What's the
game
oldest
that
single
it was
page
inevitable
book?
that that was going to
Is it
come
really a
through.
book if it's a single
Whether they
page?
keep the overdrive
I don't think you get
online
away with
without a
that.
combat, maybe Guden and Satoshi with their own ultimates
Okay,
could
but
be
what
the
if
key that
some
they need
caveman
to
carved some smut onto a
try and
stone tablet? Does that count
thwart,
as
I
a
would
book?
say, another kind of
Depends what's. I mean, can images be counted as smut? I think smut has to be written, right?
Flash,
Oh
Satoshi.
wow.
Again, the
Big
opening
kill from
kills going the
Satoshi.
way of Rare
That was
Anthem,
way
but
before the paranoia,
not being
though.
able to find
They were
success
supposed to be
off of it.
paranoia in there to
They
push the
need
player off the angle and then
success
swinging.
here.
They messed the timing up, but still got the kill.
2-0 down in this
Because I feel like
series.
people definitely were carving like
Again, they haven't
big
found some
titties,
immediate control, and they're slipping
penises,
away from
like stuff like
this.
that into caves.
Get
For
more of that
sure,
indecision
people are like
potentially plaguing their
drawing
minds, and the Prowler
stuff
reclear
like that.
towards A main hasn't
But were
spotted
they
anyone, so
writing stuff
DRG
like that?
happy to also
Don't know.
spend most of their rotations
Quazen, thank you for the
over
7
here
months.
towards the B site, and now Rare Atom are fighting in towards the stack.
That's a lot of damage.
Nearly taking down Jer inside of mid as
Can
well.
Vakashu
This
hold on?
one
Oh, they're cancelling.
dangerous, and Rare Atom smoke in their face. They're dipping away from it again.
40 seconds.
Wouldn't
Well,
hieroglyphs
I
and
mean, it's a good
pyramids be
call
the
based off of
oldest
what you
then?
just saw in terms of the
But
phase,
also,
the rotation,
the-
but
I don't think
again, Flexen is
I don't think
his
they
calling
could
is
be considered
usually on top of
novels.
things like this.
We were talking about
I think
works
I
of
got a call from
prose.
Nick to
I
not
don't
being,
think
like, to
I don't think the
re-rotate their
Egyptians
market.
were writing
I am worried that no one has direct eyes on market,
You know,
but
Harry Potter
Spears won a
fanfic or
really
whatever
good position here
in
that
hieroglyphs.
Yeah, and Guran absolutely hasn't cleared him. He found a second.
That's a big kill onto
Potentially
Satoshi.
three, no, Vakashu with a kill, but 3
'Cause
in
otherwise
response.
Satoshi might have been able to
Another
clean
versus
up
2 for
there.
Nick.
Can Nick win this?
3 HP.
Oh,
It might be enough, but no.
Great shots, actually, considering
It's
that was on
no-no there
Nick
to
jumping
at
through.
least salvage something, but still 4 required. This one is still looking so difficult for Rare Atom, but potentially there's a chance for them, Zobi, with that round win.
a little close again. That
You guys are getting quite
mentioned,
semantic about the
cut
definition
noise
of book.
With just 40-ish seconds left to go. Again, danger.
There's a
around
Valoplant
51,
breakdown
but the
somewhere
trade
in
is
the
effective,
caves.
leaning
The
in
Ascent
way
default
over
comp,
Adam.
dating back to
Managing things in the
Tutankhamun.
moments, and a risk well taken there by Nono to take the 1v1 to shield Ja with 3 HP left. Like that, we only need 4 more to get to OT here. And I do feel like they've had fairly successful B takes. It's been the late round conversion that's faltered when Vukashu doesn't pop off. And that might be what we're getting.
That haunt nearly gave them
Satoshi
an
found a double
insane
low.
multi-kill.
Leon popping
God,
off, and he's found the third.
Satoshi!
Ackerman and Flexin now. These ones left, but Flexin, he's teleported behind them.
Not again.
He's frying.
No, there's no trip in that spot. But
They are
Satoshi
kind
might
of.
be expecting it.
Oh no, Satoshi's not expecting it. He doesn't have a crosshair placement for it.
He's Ackerman, he's just holding inside a Boba. Okay,
He reacted well though.
Spotted there by Satoshi. He's
Good
found
4K.
but now Ackerman through the wall.
Oh, that stun! That stun is so good.
These last two players are so low. They're so isolated from each other. Stunned up, but
He didn't realize that Guran was stunned in the corner.
Now with two
He was so worried about a player market or top site. Yeah, this is the grand finals.
Dragon Ranger Gaming feeling they're getting antsy to close. Great attempt there from Bukashu. That paranoia didn't come through. I'm sure he would have gotten the two-piece, and Satoshi wouldn't have gotten the 4K. Achman there. Fair, I would say, definitely on the overdrive. And he was hoping that his teammate would be alive as well to play off of it, but...
Vukashu going for the force buy here.
Dragon Ranger Gaming as well, so...
No need for armor in the next round.
Just 10, and that's exactly why they're carrying just on aggressively into this A site. But we've seen how coordinated these retakes can be from DRG towards
Spirit forced out. That's a nasty little trip against the Neon.
Here as well.
They break it,
So
but I can imagine that getting value.
5 retake simulator and see how it pans out this time around.
These teams are so convinced that this is the best plant spot, even when they're not flipping the map. I don't get it. That plant spot is not good if you're holding passive positions, surely.
He's up close and personal with them. Prowler in his face. He's able to deny it. Haunt as well, but Vukashu is there. He's got a Vandal and he ain't afraid to use it. But Satoshi is not afraid to use his either. It's flexing 1-on-3. Yet again, the last one in the clutch.
Crazy kill, but no way you're winning this.
And these last two players dipping away. To the win.
They're playing the positioning well, though. Like, they are fighting on the right areas to make use of the plant spot. But if you lose the big team fight, you're never going to be able to fall backwards. You have to push forwards. Like, look how invested you have to be. Oh my god, that's a nasty spray control. That 2K was so good.
I mean,
yeah,
there's your final timeout, but... I think Rare Atom had finally struck that balance that we were asking for between having the confidence to fight forward players like Ja and knowing when to fall off, to play for that time, play for that win, like we saw them in that 1v2 against Flexin. And that's what's...
Oh, it's way better than directly behind the box. Infinitely better. But if you're going to play... So, like, the site is structured like this, right? With the box in the corner. And then it has, like... the thingy here. I mean, I'm not drawing it accurately, but you know roughly what I mean. And then like elbow is here.
Last two maybe strats through.
Something like that. I mean, it doesn't quite work like that, but you know what I mean.
So close.
If you plant here, that's a horrible plant spot. If you plant here, you can play from elbow really nicely. It's a bit awkward to play from A-Link.
Dragon Ranger Gamer.
It's very awkward actually to play from A-Link, but it's really good to play from elbow. If you plant here where they're playing, it's great to play from CT. It's great to play from A-Link on the pushed side over here. It's not that great to play from here, and it's not that great to play from elbow. So you have to be pretty aggro with your post-plant positioning to get value out of it. Like, if you fall back and you're playing from here and here, you're not in a good spot with the plant there. I mean, elbow might be okay, but you can just hold the push from anywhere else.
Yeah, this is simultaneously while Zhu was dimensional drifting into the A site, right?
Alright, Goran picked off instantly. Look at how much they've exploded the map. This is so weird. Incredibly strange round here.
Yeah, the spike isn't in the hands of Rare Atom, and it's not like they have an Omen ult to teleport.
They just pushed tiles, picked off the Sova, and now...
Yeah.
How the fuck did Rare Atom get the spike back?
Perfect in that opportunity. Been taken away from them. DRG in a 4 versus 3. No, solo on HP as well. Vukashu.
Yeah, this is pretty much the worst case scenario for Rare Atom.
Now 2 against 4. This is a chance for Rare Atom. Toshi.
That's not going to
try
work.
And bait out some gunshots. And, well, he knows that they're still here. Both players now creeping into this, but so many angles to watch for. The relay bolt doesn't connect, but there's the overdrive of 1, 2.
Hold on.
But it's still not in their hands, but now even out in the man count, trying to fight on in. It's
nice
for
for Cashew
to shut it down.
It's always for Cashew. Rare Adam started picking things up on that map. They played a lot better there than they did on Corrode.
In this entire tournament, and now on the precipice of not winning a map here in the grand final.
That stat, it's a cool narrative. It's a little bit fraudulent, though, I think, because they haven't played against DRG in this tournament. So they would have been playing against DRG in the upper finals, except that DRG already lost. And they didn't. They were in a different group to them as well. So they haven't played against the favorites, Rare Atom, yet. So they're undefeated against everybody else, didn't drop a map, but they didn't play against the favorites yet. So, yeah. Showcasing here that DRG just had a particularly bad day against Any Questions, too. Although Any Questions looked like a decent team. Who did I have winning? DRG. I think DRG played too well in Tier 1 to not be the favorites for Ascension.
More than we did.
Yeah, it's, the pistol rounds really came into things as well here. A double pistol win for DRG, and the final deficit, just those 3 rounds. So, you know, potentially we go into
You want a 1v1
things
random
are
showdown
played
with me
out
since I don't have a VGC
differently,
team?
Especially in
Yeah,
the
fuck it.
second
Let's
half.
go. Let's go. It's time for a Pokemon break. Challenge me if ye dare. Oh, hello. It remembered who I am. Oh, can I actually... To use the friends feature? Fuck you. Random team, random doubles battle? Let's go. Alright, what are we looking at here? What do we got? We got a Darkrai and a Keldeo. Okay, how does this shit work again? A Keldeo is a water fighting type. Why are you telling me the possible abilities of my own Pokemon? There we go. Justified. What does Justified do? Justified. This Pokemon's attack is raised by 1 stage after it's damaged by a Dark-type move. Okay, weird. But, okay. Basculin and a Calyrex. Okay, I mean, you can't keep the Calyrex in because I'm going to fuck it up with a Dark Pulse. And then let's throw out a... Let's throw out a... Let's go for a Muddy Water. Why not? In case you swap into something else for the Calyrex. Interesting. I forgot about terastallizing. Oh my god, you hit me for a crit. Jesus Christ. Less of that, please. Less of that. Yeah. We've got a bit of a problem here. I forgot about Terra typings. Okay, that's a lot of damage on the Calyrex, though. The Darkrai we should just be attacking with what? To be honest. I mean, yeah, we outspeed, we Dark Pulse, we do at least 5% of its health. That's fine. Is he gonna have like Protect or something? I have no idea. Oh my god, with choice specs, I'm an idiot. I think we actually might want to swap even here. Yeah, let's swap into the Ogapon. Okay, use Protect. Very annoying. And now my Darkray's dead. That's fine, though. That's fine. That's actually so fine. I just have another really fast Pokemon, don't I? I just have another really, really fast Pokemon. Fuck. Wait, the Gengar is actually super fast. All good. Okay. We could Encore the Calyrex as well, actually. That would be so funny. Incredibly troll. Yeah, let's do it. Let's Encore the Calyrex and focus down the Vaporeon. Encore. Oh my god, hold on. Encore, Calyrex. And then follow me. Hornleech. Yeah, let's Horn Leech the Vaporeon. Okay, Calyrex used Protect. We Horn Leech. Ate the Citrus Berry. Use Icy Wind. Does a tiny bit of damage. Speed control's annoying, but we've already essentially removed the Calyrex from play. We should try to finish off the Calyrex, though, now, before it goes out and back in, and it ends up being the fastest Pokemon on the field. Let's do a Shadow Ball, Vaporeon, and a Ivy Cudgel the Calyrex. Oh wait, I'm fucking stupid. Wait, is that how that works? I thought if you just spammed Protect all the time. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I've actually misplayed that so horribly. I thought if you just kept spamming Protect, it would like constantly fail. I didn't realize it fail, work, fail, work, fail, work. Okay, so now we can kill the... Now we can kill the Calyrex, and we can use... Let's use a Follow Me. Okay, failed to use Yawn. My Ogerpon is now asleep, which is really fucking annoying. I probably should have swapped the Ogerpon out there so that it didn't fall asleep, but that's okay. Genuinely think I might just leave the Ogerpon in. No, that's stupid. No, maybe it's not stupid, I'm not sure. It's hard to tell what's stupid and what's not stupid when you're stupid, you know? Okay, Basculin in. We've got to get rid of this Vaporeon. So I think we Sludge Bomb it? Shadow Ball it? I don't even know. Let's Sludge Bomb the Vaporeon. And let's... I'm going to stay in. Ouch. Okay, we've got to swap out the Gengar now. We can't be having two asleep Pokemon on the field. Alright, Porygon Z. I can't remember what Porygon Z is supposed to do. But we'll go into the Keldeo here, and we'll Horn Leech the Basculin. We're going to wake up at some point. We're going to wake up at some point. We're very eepy little guys out here. We are very eepy little guys. That's Choice Banded, right? Ouch. Wake up! Wake up! We can Terra Water here. What other things do we have? Terra Ground? Terra Ground might be useful for us. I think we might want to Terra Water here, though. Actually, we might want the Flareon in and Terra Normal to avoid getting killed by water. So I think this is fine. All right, hold on. What do we do? Deals damage to the target based on its defense instead of its special defense. Usually moves first. Prio move into the Porygon. Do we outspeed? We outspeed. I think we just Secret Sword the Porygon. And then we... Let's go for a Follow Me. Let's wake up and Follow Me. We woke up. We used Follow Me. Incredible. Nice. The Follow Me didn't actually matter. But that's good to see. That's good to see. Okay. Now the Espathra can own us, but not through Follow Me. So they're going to have to deal with the Ogerpon. The Keldeo can actually fuck them up here with Secret Sword on the Heatran, and we just spam Follow Me again. And we're just essentially giving the Ogerpon, like trading the Ogerpon for the Heatran, which seems like a good deal as far as I'm concerned. Ouch! It has a spread move. That's not good. That's really not good. Okay, get the Gengar in. And we're faster, right? Yeah, we're faster. So we Shadow Ball. Oh my god, we're not faster because it's got 1.5x speed. And it's just going to use Dazzling Gleam. Ooh, that's a big problem. Okay, that's a problem. That's a problem. How do we avoid dying to that? We can't. That's unfortunate. I kind of fucked that one up, didn't I? Let's protect Horn Leech. Dude, what am I doing? I'm fucking this up so bad. Ivy Cudgel, the Heatran. Okay, you protected. I protected. We're all protecting. Bollocks! I think that crit might have mattered. Against a water-type Pokemon. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Fuck! Okay, well now we've got some real issues. The Espathra massively outspeeds. Don't know what to do here. Don't know what to do. Hold on, hold on. What's the play? What's the play? What's the play? I don't know that we have a play, if I'm honest with you. I don't know that we have a play. I think we might just lose to this Espathra Heatran. I don't see the play. I mean, the Espathra is going to attack. We don't outspeed. We just have to double attack the Espathra. He's going to attack the Gengar for sure. Because the Gengar can use massive moves against it. So we have to just do as much damage as we possibly can, which is probably Flare Blitz. Next turn it wouldn't be Flare Blitz, but for now I think it's Flare Blitz. Yeah, that's annoying. Oh my god, it's 4. Oh, well, we can kill it with... You just have to live. Thank god. Okay, it lived. It lived. It lived. Okay. This is still winnable. Maybe. Possibly. Okay. We're going to want to... We're going to want to... So the Flareon can quick attack the Espathra. Actually, the Flareon is... The Espathra is going to use Protect here if they know that the Flareon has quick attack. I think we Terra Ground Earth Power Heatran. Flareon... Does Protect stop you from dying to Toxic? That's the question. That's the question. I think we should Protect because the Espathra is going to Protect. Yeah, we're going to Protect because the Espathra is going to Protect here. And then next turn, after the Espathra's used Protect, we'll Quick Attack. Map 3's beginning. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. It's already started. Alright, hold on. Oh, Jesus Christ. We missed the entire pistol round. Alright. Let me beat the pit. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. I protected. Oh my god, he didn't protect. The Espathra didn't protect. Oh, it died to Life Orb. Oh my god, I'm cooking. Wait, I'm actually cooking though. I'm actually cooking. Hold on. Hold on. I'm frying. I'm frying. I'm dominating. Get your Basculin out. You're losing. You're actually getting owned here. What am I normally? Base, Psychic, Psychic. Am I faster? Speed 168? No. Quick attack. Basculin. Boom. Lock it in. Lock it in. Pick anything, RJ. You're going down. You're going down. Pick a move! They're playing Valorant. Pick a move! Oh my god. Wait, we're losing. Oh my god, we lost. We lost. We need to crit. Fuck. We lost. We lost. Oh.
Who isn't on the team anymore on the Brimstone. So things.
I thought we had that
here
for
with
sure.
Midnight now bringing along
Dude,
the
Wave Crash
Viper,
did so much
on
damage.
the Brimstone instead. The DRG on the attack yet again here.
I needed to Wave
And,
Crash
well,
Facade,
straight away,
man.
has taken down Spirit.
Why didn't I use Facade?
Reina
I mean, I
not
needed to
finding
Psychic
impact
Facade. I
right
should have
now
just
in
gone for the
pistol
most
round.
damaging
Back
move on
jumping
both of my
through here on
Pokemon.
the jet.
Facade would have killed.
And 2 kills in response, but Satoshi with a frag means it's a 3 versus 3. Equally, though, Vakashi finding the kill and
They're playing Jet Reina bind.
DRG looking really, really solid in their position right now.
Okay.
I mean, Achman running.
I don't think
down
I've...
with a frenzy
When
on
was the last time we watched
Bind,
DRG play Bind?
Nightmare Fuel and. I mean, Vukushu, if he'd fallen in Midnight, I might have thought this round was winnable from the multi-directional threat, but
How do you check stuff in Showdown? You slide slash
you can see
DT.
Vukushu re-wrapping from Shower to ensure there isn't any 1v1s taken against
I don't know what it
There's
stands
no
for,
HP
but
here.
yeah, DT.
This should be a nice done, dusted deal. There's room if No takes, I think, the U-Haul position to isolate this Sky fight, but even then, after that fact,
Oh,
you gotta deal with Vukushu.
they absolutely do. Got a ghost
Yeah,
to his
no chance.
Hopefully
No
the trades come through, It's
chance.
very, very clean. And yeah, and this comp for Rare Adam feels like it fits their roles.
Did
their
anyone watch
style a little
Worlds?
bit
Yeah,
better.
me. I'm a big League
We
of
talked
Legends
about
fan,
how they
actually.
were
Anyone else out
not
there
very
watch
well
Worlds?
off
Anyone
on
else out there a big
Vipers,
League of
so
Legends
obviously
fan?
Midnight Back, but I'm gonna be looking towards Guran and his fade. We know he likes the Sova, so this round though, I do feel like
Ban them.
Bind and Confidence will
Ban
go
them.
very well together. So the triple walk down A,
Ban
very, very
them.
clean here. I'm curious to see what Vukushu's reaction is gonna be once this trapwire gets destroyed, though.
He's looking through cave. Seems to be his pathing, but as that happens,
Name one team
DRG
aside from
Yeah,
T1
three.
that's
go up
playing at
through B
Worlds.
main and
DRX.
well, it's
Good timing.
Midnight and Nono on the site, but Vakashi still finding the kill here. Ackerman is in, meanwhile, on B.
No? They didn't make it at Worlds this year?
No, they didn't. And Midnight's creeping.
Didn't they come like
around.
second
Oh,
or
they
some
missed
shit?
each other and
Or
the
like
right
win
click
it
in
one of the previous
smoke.
years?
Spirit's taken down, but Flexin
A trade.
with a trade. Trade comes in and the
Oh, is that
in 4 versus
2022?
3. They've got the guns, they've got
Right.
the advantage as well, and Vukashi's going for this wrap all the way through CT. Satoshi, because
Alright,
we
easy
praised
cleanup.
him
Let's have a look at the bonus
for-
round.
for his dimensional drifts. How is he going to be able to get the same amount of impact here with this Reina ult?
With the Reina.
I mean, it's gonna be Spirit Z1 go kill, and you just miss
Yes.
out much like you would a gate crash. But for now, little bonus round attempt. I have liked though that Achman has to.
Alright, they've got 3, potentially 4 players here defending B, depending on
right? He's not that mischief
if
managed
Shay
kinda
hits the
individual. He has to
teleport.
be there. Entry off his flashes, entry off his util, and unfortunately when you run into Midnight,
Dog
and a
countered by a
Sentry,
snake
it's
bite.
little bit more difficult.
They
A
can't
lot
really
more
hit the
stack, just a
teleport
little
because
bit
they have
more
no info in
respect
showers right now. Vakashu's
game,
holding
but-
short instead.
The other side of
Alright,
things,
well, this all
Shay
comes down to
pushing
this
Joe.
player
Again,
here.
pushing this agenda. This
Shay?
one's gone through. Cave has circumvented
He
all these
hits them.
trapwires. It should be good for at least a few with this Vandal.
Gets 2.
But
he's given them a Vandal.
2, potentially Trigger Discipline getting away from him there. Could have potentially waited for a couple more, but even still, he's found the advantage for Rare Atom.
Can Spirit hit a shot?
They're going
He's
for
got his
another
knife out at the moment.
re-exploration. Spirits
Well,
is going to get caught there on B.
2v4
but
post plant
meanwhile,
on A.
DRG have found themselves a vacant A site for the spike plant.
Okay.
Double players through
2v4?
the teleport. 3 players through the
Could see a
teleport.
Vukushu pop off
That's
moment
kind of
here.
crazy.
Oh.
He
Or
didn't
not.
hit a shot,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I mean, Nick's the one that got the weapon back, has Seekers, has a singular guiding light or flash online. He gets one here and gets off the line. Oh, that's unfortunate. This could have been very winnable. It still is, but that paint shell forcing the reposition is dangerous.
Midnight's behind him as well, and I don't think he knows.
Midnight
He's
is
being shut
whiffing.
down, and
Midnight just
there's the
whiffed
wrap.
almost an entire
There's the
clip on
kill.
him.
He whiffed. It doesn't matter. Okay, Nick, Seekers online.
Nick didn't
Jean
even react.
challenge For Jean, again pushing A main. I'm waiting for DRG to pick up on these A-side tendencies and look to punish it because we haven't really seen much developments on their side. They're still just playing their own kind of individualistic game.
Throwing the
Again, very
deep
just kinda
smoke
following
for a
around the
judge
site
to
this
play
is their-
right behind it in
their
Guppy.
initial plan
But
on
that's
it.
2 smokes burned very early in the round.
information coming through as well. The Trailblazer. A lay route over the top forces Midnight away from the angle that he was watching. He's still persisting here on the backside, and the toxic screen up.
Just keeping a little bit of fuel in the bank. Snakebite.
For now, and
decent timing, but Jet's already in.
As well. DRG in,
oh, good flash. Good haunt, though, to stop Ackerman.
Not aware of Satoshi backside, still able to find one.
Oh, two of them take the TP, but Spirit's really deep in. This is nice. They should cancel here. DRG should pump the brakes. Yeah, nice. Really good.
They needed to keep some sort of noise or presence there, in my opinion.
The spike is going back.
Now Spirit needs to play safe. Yeah, this is good.
So many of these rotations coming through. Satoshi now caught, taken away, but Midnight.
Ideally, you want to see Spirit back up there after getting the 1 kill, because the more he can slow these players down, the better.
Here over towards the B site.
Yeah, that's why I wanted
see, Spirit didn't actually slow them down enough.
Because now with 12 seconds left, you're fighting up against a flash, you're fighting up against the
trade Midnight and you're good. Yeah. Only just, but with 5 seconds left, they're good.
They'll still get the plant, they'll still get
Vukashu's weak, it's winnable.
But it's ever so slightly. 12 HP.
Reyna lurk like in ranked? Yeah.
We didn't have a Nick regrowth to top him off. Now, this
okay.
got a lot
yeah, it gets healed back up.
For Dragon Ranger Gaming to close out.
So, getting into the site, position known, but Nick is inside of elbow. That's a difficult position to try and clear, and he's been spotted. No, he's aware that Vukashu's going to be playing from main as well, but just doesn't
good
quite
shot.
know which place in which angle.
Vukashu's always there. The constant DRG backstop.
Advantage.
Really effective site trades that looked like they were going to be the death of them, but all right. Despite that close loss, despite
it's only Midnight with a gun here.
Again, looking very
Satoshi with Razor though.
And how they're playing it here on Bind.
They're very close to a lot of ults.
Set up, Crossfire escaped. They don't want to challenge.
If they get a couple of kills, it should. It could suddenly swing towards being favored to Rare Atom.
Yeah, still inside a
but they've got to get some opening kills.
The flash perfect to get that information. And Spirits with the dismiss just dips on through the toxic screen. Has a little look-see and knows that they're there. Yeah. DRG falling back for now. We've still got a minute.
I don't think DRG doing a great job of keeping like info against these pushes. They do have the cam to watch out for the showers push.
That's to at least confirm.
But Vukashu's going with the pack a lot.
Where you're rotating.
And so, like, this position from Midnight could definitely win them the round. But I think Vukashu might have seen his gun.
If they don't check for this.
Oh, well, now he has. No, he hasn't. What?
They've completely missed him. But he doesn't know that Vukashu's behind him still.
What the fuck? How on earth?
This is
how has he done that?
Position from Midnight. There's the first kill.
Only getting one out of that is not good.
Dropped and potentially the opportunity for Rare
perfect position, but
now gone
only one kill?
It's just pistols, and they get mowed down at the
what a strange round. Unfortunate one. Very weird for Midnight to go unchecked, but not enough value.
I have no words for that round. I mean, so much potential after.
He could have walked up while this guy was in the dog.
But they had really good positioning.
And he would have been fine, but instead he tugged, let them get down towards the plant, and then didn't feel confident enough to walk up and kill the Jet and then the planter.
Reverse sweep already coming into things.
Yeah.
DRG is running a composition that you probably have no scrim experience against, to put it lightly. And honestly, realize, but you also realize that he really impact like the
bad game from Jet being a player that people would have if Rare Atom.
This is the guy with the op, and he's not on a sightline to start the round. He's creeping onto the sand sightline now.
MVP, but been fairly lackluster so far, and starting out here again on Bind.
Should be a huge ult round though to get Rare Atom back in.
Not the worst.
Like, look at the ults they have access to compared to Spirit having Reyna ult. We have to somehow get through Viper's Pit, Ray's ult, Brim ult, get the plant down, but don't worry. We have our Reyna ultimate to work with.
It'd be difficult with Leers and flashes aplenty outside.
What?
Oh my god.
What?
Double swing it dry with no utility and dragon.
What the fuck was that?
Sure. Why not? That's the form that they're in right now, being up 2-0 in the
Oh,
game.
that's
my
criminal.
God.
Oh, it's criminal.
Victory, a shot
You've got to try to win this round with ult
Just
still,
like
though.
that, the
3v5, don't
over
you?
this
Actually, I don't think you
site.
can.
And yeah, I mean,
I think you have to give it
Dono
up.
could invest the orbital strike, but you're playing a 3v5.
Fucking hell. Show me the replay of that shot, though.
Feels
Is
like
that a
Red Aston are
pre-fire?
falling apart at the seams
It
right now,
looked,
Zobi.
it looked genuinely too fast to be a human shot.
Not
Like, I feel like he had to
Being a
be
team
pre-firing
that's
that.
able to put themselves together for this.
And he
big
just
golden
happened
occasion.
to catch the
Big
exact
save.
angle that
Look
Shea
at
was playing on.
Vukashu.
Yeah, he's
He's
wrapping
gonna
an
just
A.
pinch them, and they're gonna exit as well through CT. Like I don't even think they have the option to save here. Like they're just gonna get run down.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
there's
Yeah,
one
and
of them.
Satoshi may think he's safe, but here Vukashu comes. Here Nick comes. Here the entire team comes.
Yeah.
It just feels
That
like
one- that one-
Oh, yeah, show me the
entire
replay,
team is
actually.
continuing
Hold on.
the time, and wow, just the entire team is feeling it. I mean, that is
It doesn't even look
an
that
insane
crazy.
kill to get.
It doesn't look that crazy
Yeah.
from Ackerman's POV.
It just feels
That
like
one,
It just
that one
looks
I don't
really
fault Jer for.
precise.
That's just ridiculous
No.
coming out from Ackerman, but
But yeah, that's a hell of a shot.
even still, knocked down again.
I did
will
get a
be the
lot better
purchase.
sleep than yesterday, Haymaker.
No,
I
push the
feel
smoke there?
rejuvenated. I also have my
They feign the
grandmother's
presence.
birthday party later
And
today.
then they have
I
Yeah,
need
without a
to
gun, though, and
leave this
Survivor with a
stream
Bucky on the east side. I don't know if a scare tactic
2:30 p.m. So I have another 2 hours. If it goes a full 5 maps, I might not be able to watch the end of this. So I'm kind of rooting for DRG to close things out here.
And they spotted Satoshi in this corner too.
God,
It's an easy
Spirit,
pickup from Spirit. Dismiss up, trying to gather
Happy
a
birthday
little
to my
bit more
grandma.
information,
Thanks.
but
She's turning 43
Guiding
today.
Light still also finds nothing. No pushing out off Hookah.
Actually, that's not even
Now
possible
he's
without
being-
some
he's heard
severe
by
unethical
Flex and share
situations
shots
happening.
Ringing
Ah.
out and echoing across sand.
If I said she was turning
Where Atom in this
54,
situation, you can't save Sheriffs. You
no,
can't
that's still
save a
not.
Bucky, but
That's still not possible.
you just know
64.
that this round
If
is
my
going to
grandma
go
was
DRG's
64,
way.
she'd be an
Feel it in
incredibly
Mass
young
Jump.
grandmother. But it
Yeah,
would at
yeah,
least be
something here.
like
Nono's found
legal.
one, but a shorty up close from Spirit.
How are you older than your grandma? First of all, fuck
The
you.
Empress online. You can take as many fights as you want here, and if not, you have a teammate right at your side. So even though it looks like they're coordinated to a T, the chemistry
All right.
server they have built over the last.
Come on,
season,
Rare Adam. Give us at least a
in its
little bit of
entirety is on full
a struggle
display.
on the final map.
Yeah,
That's an interesting trip to stop the
yeah, this is a Vikashu as well.
to
We've
stop
seen him
the
have some highlight
showers
plays
crunch
today.
coming through.
Vikashu
I mean, it
they
means
were
that
missing at
cave
Paris.
is
Potentially,
open
if
for
they
the
had him,
flank.
They wouldn't need to be here, but
But
they're in this
the
situation.
cave
they've
flank is
certainly
so
been
slow,
playing
I don't
to
think
it.
you're that worried about it.
Looking set for a 3-0
Huh?
right now
Huh?
because Red
Huh?
Atom, they're in the
Ah!
golden, in the dumps, not even the
He
showstopper
missed!
is
He
able
hit
to do
the...
anything.
What the hell is going on? Oh, no. At least Guran's got the coverage from heaven. Oh, no. He had a guaranteed kill on Vakashu even though the ult was horrible. And he missed it. Oh, God. I don't know, I mean...
With this gun, sniper
This
rifle,
org is cursed.
ideal for these
Cursed
kinds of
to
moments.
always struggle in
Anyone
tier
who
2
impressed me with a retake
and never
off
win
of,
Ascension.
Oh,
Say.
well,
Good
there
shot,
you
though.
go. There you go. But Vakashu has the oversight here. Dimensional drift coming through from Jer.
He's just, I'm flexing out to dry. Good luck flexing.
Do they know about Vakashu?
Oh my god, that molly's actually goated.
Incendiary comes on through. That's perfect. Now 1 versus 1. Gate crash on out, teleporting round to the other side, but spotted.
There's
Right
no
click.
way.
Vakashu cannot be stopped.
Everything is
Oh,
just
and if the
working
storyline
for
wasn't a confidence
DRG.
killer,
That is
match.
criminal. That is criminal.
Not ideal in the 1v1 clutch, much like Juz was in the retake. I mean,
Do you think the new patch
wow,
resulted
if
in a
we're
better
at
watching
killing
experience?
rounds like
This
that,
is the
what
old
else
patch,
can they win?
Edward.
I mean,
There
the
aren't
2v2 was
any...
the
I mean,
best
until
of
game
all.
changes, there aren't really any big
Just get
tournaments
sat like that,
happening
your
on the new
star
patch.
player too, just out of the air,
That's
sniped. Like,
criminal.
yeah, I'm not
Criminal
going
that
with the crowd.
Vakashu's able to get away with that.
And that's the
Yeah.
second, I believe, Rare Atom timeout, right? And again, they're
Jeez.
both utilized in the first half. I think it's every map
They
now.
need it. They need it.
Gosh.
Because this is just utter domination from DRG, and again,
I believe the
moment
oldest
I was
person
saying,
in the
Kakashi
world
been
is a
stepping
woman
up,
from the
and then
United
he
Kingdom.
does that. If to prove
Not
me
the
right,
oldest person of all
honestly,
time,
yeah, I have
but
been
the
stepping
oldest
up.
currently
Wanna see me
living
do it again?
person, I believe, is a
HP
little old
clutches it
lady
out, and
in the
Rare
United
Atom
Kingdom right now.
again
It's not my
cannot
grandma.
find
No, it's
anything
not my grandma.
from these starting blocks, from these moments. And, I mean,
Is it
the
Thatcher?
180 of
Thatcher,
China
I'm
right
afraid,
now looking to go one further.
only haunts
with
our
a-
dreams now.
With a third loss in a row. It's the most unfortunate record, I think, you
I
would
will
be
say,
looking for. But
some copium for Rare Atom here.
Yeah, go-
after
please,
this really
please.
late
I'm
stage
afraid.
to
I'm
come out,
afraid of
they've been able
Thatcher.
to get, you know, 2 rounds minimum.
I'm afraid
After
of.
that, they've been able to get
I'm
that
afraid of what
6-6,
she's done.
So if
Her
there's-
spectre still
maybe
looms
not
heavy
this round,
over the
maybe next round we
neoliberal
can see.
consensus in
I'm
the
looking at the
UK
bottom, I'm like,
economics
the copium's
theory.
dead. No, okay.
We are all
Uran,
we
Nightfall
are all
online.
haunted by the
Okay,
spectre of Thatcher in
Nono,
this country.
Judge, online. Okay, check. Ja, aggressive outside of A main's been really nice.
Other regions have to fight some of the
Then
worst
again,
teams,
Dragon Ranger game is just
and
kinda
now
waiting for this.
these
And Uran,
Ascension
you're
teams
playing
have to
so
fight
close and personal that you
DRG.
fall here,
Yeah,
that Nightfall, that
it
was
is so
cool.
brutal for Rare Atom. They would have easily won this tournament and ascended if DRG and XLG had not been good.
for Rare Atom in this round, obviously, just with the Sheriffs. The Judge for Nono, but they keep bringing these shots.
I met Boris Johnson once, weird guy. Yeah, I think definitely a strange guy.
Are heading up B main yet again. Been their remit these past few rounds. Pashu wrapping through cave.
I agree though. DRG
Might
deserve
get
to be
some
back in
kind
tier
of
1.
catch
Like it would
on
be very
something
weird. Here
here.
we go again.
Expecting this
Okay,
position, but-
Rare Atom have been getting a lot of value out of
Shot
pushing
back
out
from
this
Jer.
area. They know that the cam is over here and they can push out short.
Opportunity now for Rare
Oh,
Atom,
wow.
but
DRG
Ackerman
have to
through the
commit,
toxic
which
spree
means
has Midnight's numbered. Guran spotted.
Guran has
still
to do a
finds
bit.
one. It's Ackerman
Ooh,
again.
are they going to hear the
Back.
teleport?
Wait,
Did
how
all
many of
3
those
players get caught by the
They're all
haunt?
deafened, they wouldn't have heard the TP.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Someone though, obviously looking towards Suka. I think they all were definitely.
Yeah.
No one's really primed.
No,
for
they
three, and
know.
the
Because
flank
otherwise
was
you wouldn't
fast.
plant on the backside and go and take CT.
So hard to call.
Someone
Anyone
must have
this?
heard all 3 of those
Yeah, they'll know
teleports.
about it now. The blind side coming through from Jer, and from this hookah side, he
A
still
little
gets one.
sloppy.
It's
Let's Ackerman get a
again.
clean trade.
3 kills in the round, potentially on 4 and ace, but with Nick by his side as well. There's the 4th. Toshi,
He's
got
so
a judge
clean.
in hand. The crowd are chanting for the ace. Obi as well. We want to see it. It would be the first one here of the finals, but Nick looking to try and take it away from him. Either
You know,
way,
when I watch the pros,
round
one of the things I
immediately
notice quite a
away.
lot
There is teammate
is
in
that
the
they
eyes.
often hold their crosshair
what you
pretty
did, I
far
know what I
away
did,
from,
I'm
like
sorry.
further away from a corner than
I don't
I
think
would,
they'll be
and they have
sorry.
way
Half
better
those smiles
reactions
on
than
the
I
stage
do.
regardless,
So I
but-
need to be holding my crosshair
Yeah.
way further away than I
I mean,
currently
Rare
am.
Atom.
I think one of the reasons that I miss
Yeah.
so much
Satoshi
when
still
I'm
went for that
on
with the
defense is because I'm trying to
with
hold
the-
too tight to the corner.
Judge, I mean, I guess where do you find an upgrade, right? But even still.
I kind of like when I'm in the server though. I think I'm goated.
Yeah, and I mean,
When I'm in the
Rare
server,
Atom,
I
they
think
have
I'm hitting
understanding
those
of certain
fucking
things
crack
in Dragon
angles.
Ranger gaming. They can handle Vokushu. They know his position. Able to get that rifle back, but like that's about it.
But
right
yeah,
now.
then I get wide
Okay,
swung and I
maybe
die.
we're gonna finally see some challenge in main. I feel like they've been waiting for this A main
All right.
fight. Someone how they've been
They
waiting
know
for
that
A
Rare
fights
Atom
on
have been
previous
pushing
maps
out
that They
short.
were able to close out really swiftly.
But they're not going to push through that
Dragon Ranger
smoke.
Gaming might finally give them what
I'd
they're
be very
asking for.
worried
Let's
about
see it,
Judge
no, no.
here.
Oh, he's been flashed.
Great
Taken down.
anticipation of the
It's
judge.
just
Easy.
from DRG.
Easy from
3
DRG.
kills
They knew
here at the
exactly what
start.
was going on there.
Thank you.
Midnight and Guran over on B now.
Do you think
rotating.
Indian Valorant is back? I haven't actually been watching any of Velocity Gaming, but I'll watch them when they're in the playoffs. It would be really awesome to have some strong upcoming or redemption of SK Rossi, but either way, some like really strong Indian talent in the scene. That'd be very cool.
A little bit of doubt in the minds. DRG though, they won't care. Just falling
GG?
back from where
Yeah,
Atom
this
knows
is a
all they can
GG.
do is save in this spot.
For pro, it also means they're between normal swing and wide swing, so the adjustment's easier, right? Yeah, I mean, it's just more likely that someone's going to go into your
I
crosshair.
like how this round, right? You saw DRG play a little cheeky, right? You saw Ackman getting aggressive.
If you have a
obviously,
question
with
for
Spears
DRG,
won.
feel free
And
to
then as
ping
soon
me.
as the heat's at max and, the pot's boiling over, they turn the
To be
heat
honest, I
back down,
don't
like,
really
bring it back
have
out, we
a
could
question
lose
for
that if
DRG.
we
I would have some
don't
questions for
balls,
Rare
'cause
Atom, but
then what is it, a 2v3 suddenly? And you're fighting
I already
forward.
know
You're
a lot
playing to
about
win that
DRG,
instead of
you
playing
know?
for the save, so
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be nice to
they're definitely
know
playing
how
to have
good they
fun
think
right now,
the
and that's visible
Ascension
on the
teams
server,
are.
and
Or
then
like
once
which...
they
You know
realize,
what?
okay,
I do have a question
maybe
for
we're getting a
them.
little too
It'd be nice
loosey-goosey,
to
they
get
gotta
them to
look
gas
right
up some
back
of the
in
rare
the
atom
meat.
players.
Yeah, this is the power of DRG. They have all that fun, and a fun DRG is always a dangerous DRG, but like you say, they're so capable of just reining themselves back. That's the cooling and flexing at its highest level. Kashi could get pressured here through showers. 3 players looking to swing it. And again, the stack up A short. Might be able to catch something else. The layer comes in. Jert watching this. Pain shells in as well. And Ackerman is now isolated from the rest of his team. But the Bladestorm in his hand, he's still good for one. Nick as well. The trade on to Jert. They fight on into the site. There's 30 seconds gone in this round. And DRG in the control, in the ascendancy. With all of the pressure. And all the kills going their way. Spirits fighting forward. Midnight is not able to stand up against it or even find a kill. Double digits already. And DRG looking to bring the heat, bring the sauce here.
They're
into
destroying
the
them.
grand final. Yet again, we said it, they're setting themselves up for a clean sweep with a 3-0.
Guys, this is the Instaban, by the way, for Dragon Ranger Gaming.
Yeah.
Just a little reminder there.
Yeah, it's the
after
perma.
what is this? Is this quick math? 3, 6, 7. I think that's 8 rounds in a row. The only round that they have lost is their bonus, the 3rd round of that half. And I mean, it's 10-1 on a deciding map to reascend to VCT after you're forced to defend your spot. And they are looking like that team. Oh. Nick, first you steal his ace.
What?
Now you flash him into death and almost.
Oh yeah, okay, don't worry. Yeah, I'm blind, I'll still find 2. Yeah, sure, reasonable. Reasonable gameplay.
That's plot armor, what do you mean?
Yeah, at this point. Nono's on the flank here, though. He might be able to get something, but I don't think it's going to matter, because Ackerman's fighting forward. Flexen is watching for this position, and Ackerman again. There, everyone's watching for this to judge up close. Consolation, I suppose. You get 1.
They're getting destroyed. They're getting destroyed.
They have in this first half. 11
If Fnatic can win 11-1, Rare Adam can too.
What has been the most defensive-sided map by percentages at this Ascension tournament?
They're just getting bullied right now.
Sorry to throw another.
This is like
nail in
Gambit
the
versus
coffin
MV
there,
Haven.
but
It does feel like that, yeah. Lock Arena and run at them.
Difficult right now for Rare
And just win every aim duel.
Like you say, Zobi, they need the pistol round. That's. What do you do? It's literally plot armor.
Look, I mean, for Instaban, they have such
Unfortunately, it's like
standards,
reverse
right?
plot
Even just
armor, where
Spears,
Rare
you know,
Atom are
how they
destined to
recruit.
lose the grand finals.
So standout here. I had to tweet the
Yeah,
whole
I might be at my
I've seen
grandma's
that
birthday
before,
way
right?
ahead of
Like,
time.
that's
And you know what? I'm
fine.
happy about that, because
But, okay,
I would
guys,
like to do
win
that.
the pistol,
I
you
might
win
even
the
have time to
follow-up,
shower
I've
this
seen
morning.
Before. Lean into the copium, lean into the storyline. And honestly,
Hey,
I mean...
It's
the
map
silver
3
line-
of the grand final, 11-1 down. Fnatic NRG.
Exactly.
Holy moly.
3 times double map ban.
Also, I mean,
They did have very different
maybe
teams,
there's
though,
also
didn't
reason
they?
to why, right, I'm
Are there
taking
any
time out to
players
pass
that have been
the
there
game.
throughout all of
It's
those
not
grand
done during
finals
halftime
losses?
as well.
I don't think there's even a
So-
single player
And I
that's
will
been there
say,
for all 3.
If this map has shown anything, Achman's like, hey guys, hey, think of me for MVP, not just Spirits E1, not just Vikushu. I'm a rookie and I'm still putting up these numbers, right? And I think,
Yeah.
right, they were brought up from the academy, right? And like, they're like, I don't want to be sent back, guys. Like, I'm putting in the work here. I want to see them more on Jet. Have they played Jet? any
Midnight
other
was
maps?
there
I know
for
they
2.
played, obviously, the Waylay, the Neon, but this
Yeah.
has been looking nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't.
Any lessons
There
or
was a nurse
advice
from the
about
game
life
where,
that
like,
you've learned
you know,
after
the
50
patch,
years?
I should
You're
say. I
getting
could see
you're
a
getting a
Jet coming
timeout for
back.
that one. That is
Yeah,
so.
honestly, it would be-
It's
it'd be a
not.
good
it's
look
not
for
just
Ackerman,
out of
especially
pocket.
when sometimes
It's got.
the Waylay
It's.
looked
It was.
questionable, close,
It had
sometimes maybe
nothing
the
to
best
do
fit for some
with what we
matches
were
as well.
discussing. It had nothing
Yeah,
to do
this
with what
Jet
we were
is
discussing.
looking
It was just an
really, really
absolutely
nice.
out of pocket
He's got
attack
his
on me.
fans in the crowd as well. So
I'm giving you a timeout for that
always
one.
good to see.
That's not okay. That is not okay.
the Ascension win is all he'll be thinking about right now. That's 2 rounds away
Fuck
from
you,
it. A
buddy.
pistol
Fuck
round
you.
win here for
I think you forgot who
DRG
has the power here.
would effectively confirm the win.
Oh, absolutely. And I'd feel bad for the Rare Atom players, the organization more than anything, since they do switch roster to roster year to year.
Yeah.
And Midnight to be the second Ascension loss, but Also, if history tracks, right, most of the players from Rare Atom get
a good fake comeback here would be. Oh, look at that.
And I can write
That is
say, I think every single
disgusting.
One of these players deserves that opportunity.
The quad face.
Four-person high-low
What
as
is
well, by
this?
the
Quad
way.
face into sand
Into
crunch.
They're trying to do a TP play. Oh, they're gonna TP. Look, they're gonna TP back.
Oh
And then
no,
Flex
they're
is
gonna
get,
TP
like, 3.
back.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
see.
And now even if they rotate back to Shay, they're all between them and the rotate.
On the smoke off angle too.
Oh, okay. They
Never
spam
mind,
and they
he's
kill
been
Flexin.
refired, But look at the reclay coming in from short. Midnight is going to have to try and find
Oh, they're
more, and
just
he's
running
not
at them.
been able
They're
to do
so
it.
slow
Now
to
the Vikings
scale,
watch out
man.
for Cashew
They're
Nick.
so slow
Collapsing,
compared to DRG
isolating,
because they've just lost
the
all of their
flanking from
confidence.
behind, but, I mean, he might not
Oh,
be
good
leading.
shots.
Oh, there's a double.
He's going to have to win
Now two still left
essentially a
in play
1v4.
against
Oh,
himself.
that's so sad.
DRG
That pistol
lock it
round is
down.
so sad.
Map point, match point, series
That
point,
is so sad.
qualification point, every single point you could imagine here for DRG.
Ah.
Step away from getting back into the VCT to becoming the first ever two-time Ascension champions. And for Cashew,
I didn't even think about that.
but Nick, he will have done it
Two-time
twice on both
Ascension
of those
champions. That is so silly.
I mean, that's huge for
Yeah.
Cashew as well, right?
I didn't think about it
rough
phrased like
performance.
that.
Oh, we're gonna end it fast. I can't even talk. It's my end right here.
Oh,
They
the
combo
spray
the.
down.
Oh no.
It's just completely.
And it's Midnight, the player who lost the
DRG.
finals
They
last
just
time,
look
who's left alive to try to hold off a
today.
1v4
They
or
booked
whatever
their
the fuck
ticket
that
back
was.
to the top, back
That's got to be
where
so
they
sad.
belong
Losing
in the
13-1 in the final
VCT.
map.
Champions once more. They
Oh.
ascend into greatness.
They didn't lose a map
Well,
against
and we
anyone
said it
other than
at the
DRG,
beginning of
and then they
this
got 3-0'd by
series. We
DRG.
had no clue of how this would go. We could see the DRG
Bruh.
sweep like we just saw today. We could see it being a 5-mapper, but this is the team that went to champions. And
It's good that
Rare
DRG
Atom is
proved
so
that they are better than the tier
unfortunate
2
to see that
teams.
Performance, that grand finals curse rear
But
its
it's
head
very sad for
once
Rare
again.
Atom. I hope
No
some of those
trophies
players get
lifted,
picked
no
up.
Ascension glory to be
Sheer, for
found.
example, looks really
And I'm
good.
sure bright futures for all of them on the path that lays
I didn't watch enough of the other Rare Atom games to really know who else was popping.
Difficult
Obviously,
scene to
no one
see
was
these players,
really popping
given
today,
that they're
but
all this
Satoshi
entire
was probably
tournament,
pretty
but
good throughout the rest of the
completely
tournament, I would
outclassed
imagine.
Today by DRG.
Tragedy.
It just felt inevitable when.
All
we
right,
see
well,
it
I'm going to
falling
leave you
in that
guys
lower bracket
because
game against ADG.
I've got a birthday
When we
party
saw
to
them
attend.
Fight against the reverse sweep
I'm going to
against any questions. They come in today looking like
leave
the
you
favourites, and
with...
It's not often that the
Who am I going to leave you with? Get in that showdown while you wait for the interview and get your question answered. Let me pound you again. No, I'm afraid I'm going to instead go hang out with my family because I think that's more important to me personally. I'm going to raid Sliggy. Sliggy hasn't been around in a while, so I'm going to throw you over to him. Wasn't the greatest game in the world. I don't know what he's planning to do afterwards, but I'm sure he'll keep you safe and happy. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow to co-stream. What the fuck is going on tomorrow? Tomorrow we've got Pacific in the morning. Am I gonna do that though? I don't think I'm gonna co-stream Pacific. I think I'll do EMEA though. Job Life against Enterprise and the other EMEA elimination game. So I'll be back to co-stream EMEA and maybe Americas tomorrow, depending on if I get permissions. All right, peace.